He doesn't say one.
That's the first thing they're gonna hear is he didn't say one, and they'll never know why.
Well, that's just gonna be our sexy little secret, right?
Oh my god!
Tell them.
Let's get PG.
All right,
I'm sorry.
Okay,
our saucy little secret.
Okay, Oh, it's about to start.
I'm sorry, but I don't have my ticket. No, don't kick me out. Don't kick me out of the theater. I own you. I pay you.
She didn't lose her ticket. I did.
Is that true?
Is anyone in here in need of a refreshment?
Oh, me.
That's what I thought.
Really great Polar Express bit we're starting with here. Great job, everyone.
I was thinking about that movie a few days ago, about how weird, like, that scene where they're singing that song.
Yeah.
It's like
the ha 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 we got it.
No, that's all the Billy song where he's like, that's all I want. That's the weirdest scene in the movie.
Oh, the scene where the Malcolm in the Middle kid sings it?
Yeah. That's the weirdest scene in the movie, because you got the protagonist, he's just standing there watching them.
I was about to say.
That's the only song in the movie that's like a musical song that's not like from the train or like Santa. So it's just like the characters, the kids who are like meant to be like normal kids. So it's like, are they actually singing right now? Or is it like a musical thing where they're singing about their emotions? And if so, like, why is that the only time that happens in the movie? It's like weird. I don't know what to think of it. I just want to stand there just like that protagonist boy, just looking at them the whole time.
Hi everyone, welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast, the show where we talk about shit like this. I'm Ryan Ribbity. Who else is here?
I'm Rosa de Guadalupe. I'm back from the church, and it's Ash Wednesday. Bless you, see.
Oh, you are at church?
Let me pour. Yes,
Guadalupe?
watch me pour all of this ashes on seat, blessing them.
I went to church for like literal years, and the only thing I took out of that entire 15 years of going to church with my family is like Larry Boy, and that's it. That's all I remember.
They had Larry Boy at church?
Yeah, they were playing VeggieTales.
On the big screen in front of everybody.
Everyone at the church, all the adults, they would sit down, like, all right, we're gonna play the Larry Boy episode. My dad said, yes.
Oh, you know, it's a lit day at church when you walk in and they have the TV sitting there.
But who else is here? See, you want
Me?
See.
Why am I next?
Because we're the three regulars. We go first, and it's the guest.
There's nothing about us that's regular.
Shut up.
I don't even need to. You already said that I'm C. Like, you have my little picture, and I sound just like how I look.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll go then.
Yeah.
My name is Lou. I did My Gym Partner's a podcast for 2 years, and now we're doing a different podcast called The Speakquel, where we watch movies that have an obnoxious amounts of sequel movies. Like right now we're doing Alvin and the Chipmunks. We watched the first 3. We're on the 4th one now. Come check us out. We're probably going to do like Alpha and Omega eventually.
Oh my god.
That's the plan.
When are you guys going to get to Norma the North?
God, how many of those are there now?
There's 3, right?
I think so.
Yeah, that's the requirement. They have to at least have 3 movies.
Wow.
Jesus.
Can I tell a weird little anecdote about Norma the North before we actually start like the 100 topics we have?
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
Whenever I read Norma the North, I have to read it in my head like how they say Craig of the Creek and the theme song. I go like Norma the North, he's gonna save the day.
Well,
I
there you
never
go.
heard the Craig of the Creek theme song.
You haven't?
Really?
No.
You
Get you
haven't
to the
watched Craig of the
mouth.
Creek?
No, wonder walls.
No, that's not it.
I've already seen the episodes, but I never seen the intro.
Oh. What do you want?
Are you a pirate or something?
Ooh.
You watch it on Kids Cartoon? You cut out the intro? You know what happened?
Cool. You're listening.
Uh-oh,
Be cool.
Is that JP in Rose's room with a knife?
What?
It's JP.
What?
Watch out.
JP?
you know.
Yeah.
Who's the character in Craig of the Creek? The show
He
you've
would never
watched.
hurt
He's
me.
the
Is he
kid.
the
He's the kid
Oh,
with he's the weird ear kid.
he's the Clarence kid, right?
Guess so.
Basically, he
He's a
fulfills that
purple.
role.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
He looks rough.
So if you're not aware, about 1 million. So we usually cover like animation and video game news that is relevant to us, and in the past like 2 weeks, about 1 million different things happened. And I had to find a way to condense it all. Also, thank you for subscribing. Whoever just thank you. About 1 million things happened, so we're gonna go. We're gonna talk about a lot of things tonight. Get ready for that, and I think we'll start with one that's a bit more. I think we're all a bit more lukewarm on, to be frank. They revealed a new character for Super Smash Bros. Brawl for Nintendo Switch, and it was. I almost said Rex. It's Pyra and Mithra from Xenoblade 2.
Rex from Toy Story?
No, they didn't.
Dang it.
Guys, look what came in the mail!
Yeah,
No,
I feel
they didn't announce them. They announced Doug from Doug.
what's really funny to me about watching the Smash thing is that it almost feels like they put this really disappointing reveal at the very beginning. So it's like, okay, we got that out of the way. Let's get on to Mario Golf. So we could just forget about it.
Talking about Super Smash Bros. Characters is like walking on eggshells. I just want to clarify ahead of time. If you're excited for this character, that's all fine and dandy. And when I'm about to say, it is not. People tend to take not liking characters as a personal attack on Sakurai. I'm not doing that. I respect him. He's an amazing director. So I'm walking on eggshells here. I just want to say, this is not a character that very much personally interested me, and I feel very lukewarm towards them.
Ryan, you're so kind and gentle. You're like tiptoeing around this topic, and I'm going to take a hammer and I'm going to smash the window that you've put up here, that you've lovingly put up. I'm going to say this character sucks shit. It's ugly, and I hate it, and I want it to go away.
I do think a big part of it is I don't really like Pyra's design that much. Now I need to clarify this, because people tend to take not liking Pyra's design as one exclusive thing, and it usually involves her tits. Now I need to clarify something. I love a big pair of boobies. Okay, I love a sexy woman. But I just don't like Pyra's design.
Look at me.
Look at Rosa. I just.
Well, the design is so cluttered and like busy, and on top of that, it's just that like, I don't know. There's a weird energy there, and it feels very much like a lot of the characters have been in these DLC packs, where it's definitely more promotional rather than like these are heavy hitters in video games or like something cool and interesting. It's like, hey, Xenoblade 2 is on the Switch, so guess we gotta put a character from that, I guess.
A lot of people wanted that.
No, yeah, for sure, definitely.
I want to say is that there's just genuinely other better characters you could have chosen, and I feel like they chose British over the Welsh cat.
Yeah, I'll say like when the Terry trailer came out, they showed all the characters. My reaction wasn't, oh, look at all the cool characters we didn't get instead of Terry. It was, oh, look at these cool characters from Terry's game. Watching this, I was like, look at all the other cooler characters we could have gotten. Like, there's like Train Lady. There's like that one dude. Those two guys. I don't like the little hamster guy. I don't like him very much. But those other two guys looked cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a thing. Like, I guess they're a little more interesting than Byleth.
Oh yeah, I can agree with that to an extent.
But I don't know, I'm just not personally like just. It's a character
the
where
metric
like
a little bit more interesting than Violet.
Byleth is like I think Byleth is like one of the lowest for me. Honestly, it's just such a like this. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it.
Yeah,
but
it's not worth it.
But just in terms of like characters, where like if I don't know anything about them, am I interested in them? And this is like kinda, but not too much.
I'll say the only character that I really truly ever like ultimately wanted in Smash Ultimate was King K. Rool, and I got King K. Rool. So everything else has been kind of just like, I'll ride him on. But you know, it's fun to get stuff that's more exciting. But like, you know, it's still possible to get disappointed a bit.
Everyone just kind of sighs a little bit.
Yeah.
Again, there were just
the Eggman hype. Is that because he tweeted like ho ho or something like that?
Yeah.
People take one little thing and they just run with it, don't they?
Sometimes, you know, Mike Pollock just saying ho ho ho.
That's how he laughs sometimes.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask you this. Before we go to the next topic. Let's put our foot in the sand real fast. Would be like the single character that would make you the most excited to get into Smash? I know Seeps, but I want to hear your twos.
Wait, what's Seeps?
It's Banana
It's Banana
okay,
I figured, but I just want to make. Listen, I just wanted to make sure. You know?
Of course.
We're all on the Bandana Waddle Dee hype train. It's gonna happen one of these days.
Of course.
I gotta say, I know it's like kind of one of the more like common ones, and there's no real reason to put this character in, but I like this character a lot, and I seeing that a lot of people would want it in too kind of makes me like, yeah, put Skull Kid in. I like that guy. He's funny.
A cool guy.
I think he's got like an interesting look to him. He's probably got, some interesting ideas for moveset. He's a weirdo little like guy. He's got the mask, he's got the magic stuff. It's fun. It'd be fun to see like them incorporate, some sort of moveset out of that.
What about you, Rosa?
Okay, I have 2 tiers of assignment.
Okay.
One is Remu.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, that's like a really interesting choice. But another choice, it's like a character that isn't represented in the game and is such an out there choice.
Yeah.
Like any character is just like out there, like you don't expect. They sort of like go out of bounds of like what the typical art style is. Like a character that just looks
Agent
really,
P.
really out there.
You mean like Poochie Poochie the dog?
I mean, Poochie's a good choice. I would put that in like a tier 3 assignment because in tier 2 it says like a character that isn't represented in the series, in any sort of series, but just like, completely unique outside.
I want Goku in. I know it's never gonna happen. I know it doesn't make any sense, but I want him in so badly. Tier 0.
There's a few characters I'd say, I'm also on the Reimu train. I'd really like Heavy from Team Fortress 2. I think would be like a funny character to add.
That would be so good.
But I'll say like appealing to like my childhood self here first. Like I think if I looked back at like Baby Ride, who they get the most excited for, I think it'd have to be Rayman. I think Rayman be because I still like Rayman a lot now, but I that would be like a childhood dream type of thing.
Ryan, I didn't know you were such a Ray head.
I
didn't know you like.
I do.
You like that little guy so much.
Yeah.
I knew you liked his cousins, the rabbits.
Yeah, I'm the weird Rayman fan who also likes the rabbits. So no. Next to like Mario and Donkey Kong are like my 2 main guys. I would say Rayman's kind of next in the platforming funny guy I like.
Yeah, I see people asking for like Crash and Rayman. I don't have much attachment to those 2 characters, but I'm like, those would be cool. That's fine. But I kind of just want to see some kind of not so like wacko character who just is not like a video game mascot or like a popular pick. I just want to see something out there.
Tetris piece.
I was so sad they never considered putting like a Pac-Man Echo, making it like Miss Pac-Man or something. I guess there's not really what
have to imagine they considered it, but I know Miss Pac-Man is like weird copyright lingo.
Yeah, I would have at least liked her to be like an alt costume because
for
she
sure
could just have the same moveset, honestly. Poor Miss Pac-Man.
Now, if I could put whoever I wanted into Smash, it had absolutely no barring or no rules. I didn't have to care about anyone else whatsoever. I think I made a list of this once. Hold on, let me find this image I made of like if I had to like listen to no one. I know one of them was a My Sims character. I need to find it. If
you just had full control and you were given the keys to the kingdom, what would you do?
Let me find it. Where is this image I made? I don't know where it went. I made like an image. It was really funny. Like my fucked up character one. Oh, there it is. Let me put this on screen real fast. Now,
I would just like put a spider or something in it, like just a spider, like a realistic one, and it's like to scale too. That's what I would put in Smash.
Now I feel like the lineup of characters I'm about to put on screen reveals a lot about me as a human being and my wants. I don't care about anyone else. Smash lineup.
Oh man, Sam and Max would be so fun. Oh god, that'd be cool. I'd like that. But I would really like if Sam pulled out his gun and just
That'd be so
shot,
funny. He just
shot
shoots
Mario in the face.
Jeez, little buddy.
I think he should swing. I think he should swing Max around by his ears, like how Banjo swings around Kazooie.
That'd be so. That's funny because I had him that Yokai Watch character idea. Like it'd be like Jabon and he swing Whisper around.
That'd be fun.
It's very
This is a good list. What is Poochie's final smash?
He gets the Poochie pups and they all run.
Aw, that's so cute.
All right.
Can we please talk about DC superhero girls already? I'm in agony right now.
Oh, I do want to talk about that real fast. We probably don't have anything actually to say, but it's always funny. I feel like in every direct, there's like one super baby game in there. Like there was the time they showed like Disney Tsum Tsum that one time. There was the Bakugan thing with like Paper Mario. I feel like there's more examples. There's always just like that one like what's this doing here? Like game.
Well, I'm assuming it's for everyone's, it's like when you have a niece who you want to introduce to gaming and you're like, God, what are little girls into? DC Supergirls? And then you get her the game and she doesn't know what it is and she just wants to play Mario. That's what that game is.
There was another game I was thinking of. They like showed another director like once like you showing this here. I do remember Disney Tsum Tsum so distinctly. Like I'm sure the people who are coming to watch for a Smash reveal are really into Disney Tsum Tsum.
Well, there was also another Disney game. It was like Disney's Magical Kingdom 2 or something. I have that game now for reasons, but it was. But I remember that being shown off. It's like you play as your me essentially, and you hang around in like some faux Disney World, but it's not theme park. It's like Disney World, but if people lived there, and by people I mean Chip and Dale. And so you could go to Chip and Dale, and you could get furniture made. And it was, they like advertised the hell out of it. And then when I was trying to buy it secondhand on like eBay, it was still like full price. Like people were not like, it was not easy to find this game. People are just holding on really tightly to their copy of Disney's Magical World 2.
Of course. I had one more thing to say about this and I forgot. What am I trying to say? It slipped my mind.
You're trying to think of another baby game.
What's I trying? I think I had something to say about like DC Supergirls and I forgot. I don't know. It's just such a funny thing. Oh no, it's I think what happened maybe with this too is in the Japan version of this direct, they showed like a Shin-chan game, and I wonder if this was our American equivalent to that.
Oh yeah, I saw like tweets about that, like people showing it off and like, oh look at this, and I'm like, I didn't see this in the direct. Okay, well that makes sense.
The Shin-chan game does look very cute, though.
Yeah, it's interesting art style.
All right, next on things from the direct we probably want to talk about. They showed a new Mario Golf, and let me tell you, gameplay, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The thing that matters to me most here is they gave Wario a little cowboy outfit.
They put a cowboy hat on that man.
Wario looks like he's gonna help pay for my car repairs by having me work at a friendly restaurant with animatronics.
Wario looks like he's gonna shut down the Muppet Theater. We gotta stop him.
I'm Tex Rich Man. God. And yes, I am very excited. They finally gave Daisy that fucking tan again. I'm glad Mario Golf of all things. Like, you know what? It's time.
Yeah,
it's time. No, she looks great. Everyone looks great in their little outfits. I just love seeing the Mario characters dressed up in something that's not their usual attire. And I like that there's a story mode and some like fun extra modes. I honestly feel like this is a step up from some of their latest sport games.
I feel like
this is in the right direction.
Camelot is really good lately. They're the ones who do like tennis and golf. They're really good at like. They're really, really good at like getting game. Like Mario Tennis Aces' gameplay is like sublime. That gameplay problem was just like a lack of content, but like the gameplay of it is like sublime. And it looks like they're doing like that kind of thing again here. Like I feel like they've really thought about like golf gameplay with speed golf and like how to make it a bit more interesting and competitive.
What are they? You can like tackle people or something?
Yeah, you can like run and tackle people in between like hitting the ball. It's very funny.
Speed golf.
Yeah, golf with violence.
And I am also a huge fan of when the Mario characters dress up. I'm glad Wario's wearing a cowboy outfit. I'm glad Waluigi's like just like a Once-ler type character. I love Toad's little outfit. That being said, I think it's really funny. They allow Bowser to wear outfits now. He's allowed to wear like clothes, but Donkey and Yoshi are still banned from it.
It's because he has a son. I have this theory I presented to Ryan.
Oh yeah.
I showed her two different pictures of Goofy. One where Goofy has Max, and the one where Goofy is without Max. And the one Goofy that is without Max has no pants on.
What does this mean?
No.
You have to have like some sort of kid to take care of.
To be able to wear clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shows you're responsible. So you take care of your kid. If you wear pants, good news, everybody.
I do like the story mode setup a bit more this time than Ace's. I like the idea of like having a Mii character you kind of grow in, because that's what the 3DS version did too. We kind of played as a Mii, and you kind of like upgrade yourself, and like I think that's a fun thing to do.
Yeah, I never played the older Mario Golf games. My Mario sports game was Mario Power Tennis. I loved the shit out of that game. I played that game to death, and I liked Aces. I never bought the game. I played the demo, but I was just like, man, this just isn't getting me there. I need something more, and I think Mario Golf, this new one, it's gonna be the one for me. It's gonna be my new Mario sports game.
I also want to bring up the fact they didn't show this character during the direct. They only showed like a select handful of characters, but the official website just kind of like casually drops that King Bob is playable in this.
Yeah,
and I think
that's
kicks
my
ass.
guy.
I think that kicks ass.
I like him a lot. I liked that he was in Super Mario Party, even though he just stood there in the middle of a board. But I like seeing him. I would love to play as him playing golf. That'd be super awesome.
Two kings.
I do wonder if they're starting with King Bob. I wonder if this one's gonna have some funny characters in it too.
King Boo. Let's put King Boo in there.
Ooh.
They
Yeah.
could be golfing partners. Love will bloom on the what do you call that? The fairway? No, not that one.
It is now.
I think it's just the greens.
The
bougie
greens?
field.
The bougie field.
I'm really excited.
I'd love to see more Donkey Kong characters get in. Yeah, K-Rool would be fun.
Camelot likes Diddy Kong, so I know Diddy Kong will be there for sure. We won't go another game. We won't be in the Wii U generation where they didn't put Diddy Kong in anything for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I do think Pauline will be there too.
That'd be fun.
And I'm really excited to see Toadette's little outfit because Toad has one too.
Oh,
Now she gets
boy.
like a gay little bow tie.
Oh.
Ooh, isn't that cute?
One more minor thing is there's so Daisy wears like a skirt in most screenshots you see up closer, but there's like one shot where she's wearing shorts, so there might be a chance you can like change the outfit slightly.
That'd be fun. I would like to dress up Mario, make him look all dapper.
Yeah.
I like the story mode because I like the idea of myself mingling amongst the Goombas and the Koopas.
That's the dream.
That's a fun idea.
The Hibble
It
Hibbles.
really is.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, one more thing about Mario Tennis, I want to pose a question. So we know King Bob-omb's gonna be that in this. That's like a weird character. What's one other kind of weird character you'd like to see playable in this?
Poochie.
The dog
Which dog?
from Odyssey.
the little, like the real
realistic dog?
Yeah, little Nintendo dog with the hat. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, put that guy in. Oh, a Goomba tower. A Goomba tower should be, and they wearing
Oh my
like
god.
a big trench coat or something. So they
Dr.
look
Goomba stack?
Dr. Goomba stack.
Goomba
Mario
stack.
Golf. Yes,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome. Yeah, put Dr. Mario in there as well as like all the other ones, but doctors, they're just like on a break playing golf and before they, go into surgery.
I do really like the idea of like the Dr. Mario virus as being playable. I think it's a funny idea.
I like that too.
I was gonna
Fun.
say Helen Gravely because I think it'd be fun to see her play golf.
Oh my
yeah.
god, yes. I hope they bring her back for something. She's a fun character.
Mhm.
I like the idea of like this really prim and proper lady just absolutely adoring King Boo and commissioning art, like self-insert art of her and him.
Yeah.
Okay, was there any other big game that direct, or did we just move on to Splatoon 3 already?
I mean, I don't know how much y'all three care about Skyward Sword HD port, but I got some opinions.
You could say some things, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think back in the day, Skyward Sword got a really bad reputation for its like really weird. I don't remember if it was like an E3 presentation where
Oh
like
yeah.
Miyamoto was like struggling with the motion controls or something like that. I don't remember. Or just like he was just doing it normal, and people were like, "Oh wow, this is gonna suck." Not a lot of people played it, and then the people who did, they like would either experience problems with the motion control, or it's a very as opposed to like a lot of the other Zelda games, a lot more linear, which is saying something considering the Zelda games are pretty linear. But you had to like basically, it wasn't like a big world you can explore. You have to, drop down to like specific locations,
Yeah.
and then you could explore it like in that area, like almost like a level select kind of thing. But I think that with the motion control situation kind of taken care of, people will go back on this game and like play it and realize that, hey, there's actually some pretty cool ideas in here if you give it a chance. Like
Yeah.
there's this really cool like area, I think it's like kind of towards the middle of the game, where it's like a desert area, and there's all these broken down robots, and you're like, okay, what happened here? There obviously used to be some sort of, a robot civilization, and you find these little things that let you see what the place looked like in the past, but
Oh,
only
yeah.
in like within a certain area. Yeah.
It's really cool.
And it's so cool. You get to a point where you're like on a boat, and the boat is like stuck in some sand, and you're like, okay, what's this? You turn on the little time thing, and all of a
And
sudden
then
around you it's
water.
an ocean. Yeah, and it's like, oh, this desert used to be an ocean, and you can like basically ride your boat through a desert where there's just like a little water, and you find like a pirate ship, and it's just cool. Like there's a lot of really, really cool stuff in here. And there's definitely, like they said in the direct, like little blueprint stuff that like led to some of the design choices in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
Like the stamina kind of sucks in Skyward Sword. It's like really,
Yeah.
really bad. But they, improved upon it in Breath of the Wild. There's like crafting stuff in Skyward Sword that's kind of annoying because a lot of the stuff is kind of weird and hard to get, but they improved it in Breath of the Wild. So you can kind of see the stepping stones and kind of appreciate it for that. I do think it's stupid how much they're charging $60
Oh
for
yeah,
it, which is
that's the
ridiculous.
biggest thing. Like, the fact, like, it's one thing with the Wii U games. Like, I would also say most Wii U games aren't worth 60, but like at least they're semi-recent. This is a 10-year-old game.
This is a Wii game. Like
Yeah.
this game was selling for like $50 at some point.
You
like,
can
on the Wii.
you can get it for $20 on the Wii U eShop right now.
Yeah, just like it's just it's this the like disappointing business thing. I hope. I mean, I don't have any hope that they're going to reduce the price. I do hope that people play it and stop being so hard on it, because there's a lot of really, really cool stuff in it that you can at least appreciate. Maybe if like a streamer plays it and people can actually like see how it is, and now that they don't have to motion control the beetle through like a tiny little crack in the wall, which was in my opinion the most infuriating thing.
It's my favorite Smash Bros item.
God,
There's a lot of Skyward Sword items in Smash Bros, isn't there?
Oh
well, yeah, because it was like the big,
Airedale.
it was the big like Zelda game at the time, and they didn't really have another one until Breath of the Wild reared its head around. You can kind of consider the little 3DS games ones, but they weren't quite big enough.
I'll say this about Skyward Sword. It was a little funny to me. He felt like he was kind of begging you to give it a chance. He's like, guys, no. Like, so many things from Breath of the Wild are in this one. Guys, come on. You gotta check it out. Please, guys. It's really good. Guys, come on.
Come on.
Gotta waggle this time.
Got rid of it. Don't worry. No.
You don't have to. Which I know people found a lot of issues with the motion controls, and I honestly do not blame them. But I never had much issues with the motion controls.
I rarely
myself.
do too. I'm usually fine with motion controls.
I had no issue with it playing it. I played it. I've completed that game multiple times over. It worked fine for me. But I am excited that I will never have to do it again that way. But yeah, that's all I gotta say.
I did forget one more thing before we get to Splatoon, and it's not a big thing, but they did reveal a Miitopia Switch port. One, it should not be full price. It's dumb. But I will say, this game is total stream bait, and I am going to absolutely probably end up streaming it.
I would love to see you play it.
All right, Gwen is begging me to talk about the fucking Dodgeball game.
Okay.
There's nothing. It's just this
Steve,
weird
you
trailer.
made a tweet about like the trailer, and I want you to elaborate on why you think it's so bad.
Well, it's just because I mean, you see this trailer. It's like a weird like 2009 trailer that you'd like see for a game when you're like at GameStop, on the GameStop TVs.
Yeah.
Where it's like it looks like a game. It's like it starts out. It looks like it's advertising for something like GameFly kind of thing, like subscription service. It's like, oh, you get all these games with a new like a GameStop card or whatever. But it's advertising a game, and it has all these characters that are like you have like an orc that looks like it's from like a World of Warcraft. You got a little like pixel princess character. You got like a Call of Duty man. And they're all talking about playing this new game, and like they're all animated in different styles, and like it's kind of neat. And then they cut to footage, and it's not that at all. Like there's no genre crossover aspect of the actual game whatsoever, and it's just like really. When that trailer ended, I was just like, "What was that?"
God, we were all we were in a call when that happened. I remember we were all just kind of like, "What?"
Well, we were very confused because it was just like, oh, it's a dodgeball battle royale. Huh.
It goes on for a long time to like the first part.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it starts out it takes like a minute to get to the actual gameplay. So it's like it's really confusing. They show more of that they show more of what the game isn't at all than they do like the actual gameplay.
I think
it's weird.
I think it says so much. I've seen like 5 times the amount of like just images like that pixel girl than anything of the actual game on like Twitter.
Yeah.
I don't remember who it was, EA, Activision, whatever, somebody who had like a trailer that was like a bunch of like rabbits or something, bunnies. It was like really cartoony and stylized.
Oh god, yeah.
And they're like, isn't that stupid? Here's the actual game. It's like Call of Duty, essentially.
Now, I want to say that it's like the same trailer as the Simpsons movie trailer, where like they show the cute little rabbit, and then it falls down, and Mo goes, "The Simpsons movie in 2D."
Talk about this trailer so much.
I love it. I love the image of Mo and like the Simpsons, like he's the cute little Simpson mascot character.
Yeah, I mean it's the game itself. I mean it looks neat, but like it was such a bad trailer. It didn't sell me on it at all. It made me want something that wasn't the game that they were selling.
Totally.
Like a genre clashing kind of game.
Yeah, and not even to say like the game itself looks bad. It's just that it's just weird. You're just giving me 2 different things. I'm gravitating towards a thing that doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm. I've seen. Yeah, I was going to say I've seen multiple people compare it to Ninjala, and you know how I feel about that one. It's not very good. All right, talk about Splatoon 3.
All
right.
That was probably. I want to say that was probably the biggest thing here for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean that's why they ended the trailer with it.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on, pause, real quick. I forgot. How much do y'all care about No More Heroes 3?
Not really.
Okay.
Have some interest.
I will just say it looks sick as hell. That's all I gotta say. Okay, back to Splatoon.
I want to say one thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
His brother is living. They really just made his twin brother, look divorced. The most divorced man ever.
They put him in like a black trench coat or something. He just looks sad.
He looks like he just came out of Ash Wednesday too.
So Splatoon 3, yes.
So on the Splatoon 3 trailer, so I thought it was a Smash trailer for some reason, because something about the way the sand was rendered and the way like the camera was angled, like this is like the part where like Fox McCloud comes over the cliff as the trailer starts, and then I saw the Pokemon like the train, like this could be some serious boring game I don't care about. Whatever. What a way to end. And then I saw the fucking inkling. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it really takes you for a ride, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'll take you for a ride.
A little Salmonoid.
Yeah.
It's very weird. Splatoon 2 feels very recent, but when this game comes out, it's gonna be 5 fucking years old.
Yeah. God. The Switch has been around for a while, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think I'm really curious about the story mode, because I'll be honest, I played Splatoon 1, 2, Octo Expansion. The story modes in Splatoon 1 and 2, they're fun. but after a while, I just kind of like really just try and force my way through them so I could get to the cool final boss. Because like the base story modes for their games aren't very fun to me. They're just very like very boring in a lot of ways. And then Octo expansion came out and it just knocked it out of the park. I'm like, this
Yeah.
is what the story mode should be. The Octo expansion like really, set the bar here, and they had just this incredible finale. It was really exciting, and I'm like, okay, Splatoon 3, the beginning shot, like that looks new. That looks like something really weird and
Totally.
interesting. And I just like I hope the story mode is like something more akin to Octo expansion rather than the other two base games.
Yeah, and like they don't have to explain the destruction of France like very in depth.
Mhm.
I'll say
No.
I didn't play Splatoon 2. I played the first one. I didn't play the second one because I wasn't too into it. But then I saw the Chevrolet Octo expansion. I got really upset I couldn't just buy that like on its own because I love my favorite part of Splatoon is like the weird world stuff. The gameplay itself is fine. It's all good. It's fun enough. But like I love the weird ass world of Splatoon, and Octo expansion is like everything I would want from this like world. And it looks like this. I'm hoping Splatoon 3 is more of that because it looks like they're once again really indulging like the weirdness of Splatoon.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what they can do with it. I like a lot of the stuff in Splatoon 2, like it was just like like one but better, and then the salmon run mode alone really increased. I think it's where it's like might as well put Splatoon 1 in a dumpster. It's like don't even play that one anymore. We got Splatoon 2 and we got this octopus thing going on.
Splatoon 1 looks like with Splatoon 3's trailer, Splatoon 1 looks so like archaic now, and it's so weird it's not even that old.
No, it's really not. But like it just goes to show though, I think what's my biggest takeaway from this is I'm really excited for Splatoon 3. Yeah. But this is like the third time Nintendo has ended one of its announcement trailers with like Splatoon news, which is like a big like deal, I think. I think that's like kind of shows how much faith they have in their new IP and like how much like effort and love they're putting into it.
Nintendo considers Splatoon one of their main 4 series now. When they do like so there's like a Nintendo store in Japan, and the main 4 series they put at the forefront now are Mario, Splatoon, Animal Crossing, and Zelda. Those are like their big 4 series right now.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like like the picture of Squidward looking out the window.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Splatoon a lot.
That's fair.
I have this like I don't know what this is. It's like a psychological disease or something I have, where if I play like specifically like single player Splatoon stuff, for like more than 20 minutes, I feel like I want to throw up, and I don't know what it is. And it happened in the first one on the Wii U. It happened in the second one, and I never got the Octo expanded because like I'm just gonna. It looks really cool, but I'm gonna play it for 20 minutes. I'm gonna throw up, and I just wish there was some way for me to like play it because the single player stuff I think is super interesting, and it looks like it's gonna be really cool in Splatoon 3. I was wondering like, oh, is this when I first saw it like. The trailer was beginning. I was like, is this just going to be like a single player Splatoon game?
I almost thought it was like an open world Splatoon exploration game for a minute.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
That'd be an interesting idea. I'm just very excited. I'm excited to see if they're going to, add new hosts. I saw a bunch of people posting their like Splatoon OCs and stuff, and it made me think it might be kind of cool if they were like a boy band or something. I wouldn't mind that, but we'll see. We'll see what they do.
Gotta have a K-pop group. Trolls World Tour.
Honestly, it would be really funny if it was like, I don't know, just like if there was a boy and a girl, or just 2 boys, or I don't know. There's no gender in Splatoon anymore. They took it away.
Oh yeah, they killed France and gender.
Thanks, Pearl.
Thank you.
I will say, speaking of Pearl, I've said this before, I don't think they will, but I really hope they don't like they split up plot again. Like they don't do that again.
Yeah, it would be kind of too repetitive, and then it would be predictable. Like there'd be the final Splatfest of Splatoon 3, and people would be like, "Be careful! You're going to kill the other character if you don't make."
I feel like Pearl and Marina's characters like they seem very very important to each other. It feels very forced. Like something happened, now they hate each other. It's like you don't do this again. They could just be still like together and friends. It's okay. You don't have to do it again.
I could see a plot where like Pearl's just trying to save Marina or something.
Yeah, if they're separated, I hope it's in a way that isn't they fought and broke up. That'd be weird to do again.
Yeah.
They don't have that dynamic like Callie and Marie did.
Right.
Yeah, they were at each other's throats.
Yeah.
I'll say also, I'm very excited to see new Splatoon creatures. I always love seeing Octo expansion had so many cool creatures, and I want to see more of them.
Why are you saying it like that?
I don't know.
Yes. like
Creatures.
Dios mío, like Creatura. I can't wait to see more on the Salmonoid, but I also want to know what's going on with that, because like they were as sentient as the Inklings.
Yes.
Apparently.
So. There's some like lore hints I remember reading. There's like they have their own society, they have their own like music and bands. So it'd be interesting to see where they take that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be cool if like the kind of Pearl and Marina or Callie Mary was like one of those weird creature characters. That'd be fun.
A Jabberjaw. A Jabberjaw band.
Ooh.
Always another
So what? Who cares? We're doing that.
Who's gonna say the
We're singing through.
A special order water, Mike.
Who's gonna save the world? Who's gonna save the day?
Who's gonna
I'm really glad everyone I know knows that fucking song.
Of course, I watched Boomerang like my life depended on it.
It's like Jabberjaw's song, like the like Cookie Monster hat kid of like television.
What?
Everyone's interacting.
Cookie Monster Snap.
Yeah, Cookie Monster snapback kid of like television.
Everyone had one in their life?
Yeah.
You did?
I guess so.
I absolutely did. I remember like very distinctly like a douchebag kid went to my school, like words like Cookie
That
Monster
kid
snapback.
pushed me. He pushed me and I fell down. A Cookie Monster boy. I hate that guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't. He's like 13.
Yeah, I didn't get Splatoon 2, but I'm hoping from what we've seen in Splatoon 3 so far, I might actually end up picking this one up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'll need to get injected. I'll need to like fix my brain or something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I feel like you'd like it if you were able to get, because it feels very like Kirby and Adventure Time adjacent in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I love like the world building stuff and like the scrolls.
Yeah.
Yeah, the lore is it's so lore heavy, especially as close to like Kirby's.
Someone should make like a Splatoon game just for me that's Splatoon, but it's like 2D or something.
I feel like
that works.
They were supposed to have like some sort of sprite 2D minigame in like the first one when that got cut.
Oh
I
yeah.
remember that. That's a squid jump.
No, there was like in the first trailer for Splatoon, they showed like a 8-bit Inkling and Ockling.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I that might have just been for the trailer, though. I don't know if there was any proof it was like a cut thing.
That was like 6 years. I don't remember that.
I still remember that trailer so distinctly. I don't know why. All right, any other Splatoon things anyone? I'll say one more reminder thing about the direct. They're adding Mario items to Animal Crossing, and I think I am a little excited about that.
I was surprised that the pipe is like functional.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I thought was really cool. I was talking about that on Twitter and somebody was like, "Yeah, I like that. I like that that's like something you could do to your island, but I wish there was an item that was like the equivalent of that wasn't Mario themed. Like maybe like a bus stop thing or something that you can like fast travel around your island with. But I guess it's just not in the cards. You have to take the Mario pipe.
Yeah, God, just take the Mario pipe. Just do it.
It's gonna ruin my aesthetic blog.
I'll say
like my cottage core island.
I've seen so many like hardcore Animal Crossing fans say the items are like tacky, will like not fit on their island. And I think this says so much about like me to be like, oh, this is the items I'm most excited for, along like the Halloween stuff. I want a tacky island so badly.
Yeah,
Right.
Cartoon Willy Wonka island.
Oh, I want a freak show of an island. I already have like so many pumpkins everywhere else, and it's like winter. I want a freak show island so badly.
You see, you just want Scooby-Doo Island. That's what you want.
I'm so sad I lost my copy of Animal Crossing. Not that I've been playing it. It's literally been months since I last touched the game. But I had such a very strong like idea for my island. It was gonna be so cool. And now I can't even put Mario items on the game I don't have anymore because it got lost somehow.
Do you
And I'm
check
just
under the
sad.
tray?
Yeah, you know what? Let me go check. It's not there.
I remember when I lost Animal Crossing. then I found it.
Wow, that's so inspiring. Do you have any words of like advice you'd like to give me to finding my copy?
Lift the bed, I guess. I don't remember why I found it. Honestly,
Why would it be there?
I don't know. Beds are like weird. They have like all kinds of like creases and cracks. There's like a mattress, and there's the frame, and there's like legs. Sometimes there's not like. Sometimes there's little drawers in there. Sometimes they have like boards and like it's weird. Beds are weird like that.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry for doubting you.
Is there any more video gaming news, or we finally move on to cartoons?
Let me check.
There was that rumor.
What rumor?
Oh yeah, the Earthbound rumor.
Yeah.
What's the Earthbound rumor? I don't know this.
About the Earthbound Funko Pop rumor. Let me.
Did we talk about this like a few streams ago? Not on the podcast specifically.
Where did you find like this Earthbound Funko Pop thing? Okay, wait, hold on. I found it. All right, let me make sure this is recent. Like you weren't actually released like 4 years ago. This was Rosa. I want you to know. Actually, I just checked the source. This is a story from 3 years ago.
Oh wow.
It is.
So I don't think this is happening. Sorry to say.
What?
There you
No
go.
Earthbound Funko Pop?
So to explain the story, there was a thing Funko Pop did where they showed a bunch of like things on like a screen, like a bunch of logos, and one of them was Earthbound, and this was 3 years ago, and nothing's come of it. So I assume it was an accident.
Yeah.
Why did we have 3 years ago news?
How did you
I don't
find
know.
that?
I don't know. I was just watching a video, and it was just like a recent video was talking about it.
I guess so. Earthbound fans of the Funko Pop men of Nintendo?
I'm trying to dissect that phrase right now. I was also reading that.
That's like a Burger Trench character like type of phrase. We got like Funko Pop men to like the character category list.
God.
There has been Nintendo Funko stuff. It's only Pokemon though. They haven't got Mario or anything yet.
They haven't got him yet.
They haven't gotten him. They haven't gotten to him.
That's surprising. They seem more like willing to like branch Mario out for like these big brand deals, but they still haven't done Funko Pops.
Yeah, they've done like Lego now and all this other stuff and Jack's Pacific. Oh well.
How does like lip? How can you like pitch? How can you change the pitch of like lip noise? How does that work? Why is that something you can do?
I don't know. I'm trying it right now.
You're all crazy. You're all insane.
No, like
no. Listen.
We all doing the fucking like Shrek from Donkey scene from like Shrek 2. Like we'll find a way to entertain yourself.
Like I could do, like let me try Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Okay, let me hear.
Nope.
Ah. Ooh. Yes.
You know, I was listening to someone else's podcast the other day, and they had like a theme song for their show. They had like a very like nice formatted setup, and it made me think, damn, I run the circus of podcasts.
What? This is a circus. Circus are good. This is high production value. Look, you like draw pictures for the screen.
I guess I
Look at
did.
this
Yeah,
place.
look at this. Look, listen. This is. I feel so much pressure when I do my podcast because we do have a very strict format. And then I come here and I'm just like, I get to talk about Skyward Sword for 20 minutes straight.
I let you people do whatever you want. This is like free time at recess, the podcast.
I can let my hair down. I don't have to talk about Stuart Little. I don't have to do it. And I'm free. I'm free for it. I'm better for it. No more Alvin. I know he's a badass, but I don't want to talk about him.
Awkward. There's that, Rosa.
So, there's actually Alvin and the Chipmunks news in animation.
What is it?
My God. Okay, actually, I do want to know about this.
It is canceled since it does not torment Lou.
Oh my God! Thank God they're not gonna make a fifth one. It's just gonna be the road. All I have to do is watch the road chip. The road chip? Yes, that's the one. That's the last one.
The one that competed with the one that went toe to toe with Star Wars: The Force Awakens.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came out the same day.
That's awful. That sucks so bad. No wonder they're so. No, don't put it there.
What's happening?
You know, just you wait, Lou. They're gonna announce an Alvin Direct tomorrow.
As soon as we're done watching this one, which our episode comes out next Wednesday, check it out. As soon as I'm done with Alvin, I'm never going to utter his name again. Do you know how many times I've said Alvin and his problems? Did the Chipwrecked, the third movie that we watched? There was a scene in which Alvin said to Brittany, his girl equivalent, he said, because they're stranded on an island, see, and he's like, Brittany. And he's saying this like really somber. He's really somber here. He's like, Brittany, I don't think Dave is coming. And she's like, well, why would you say that, Alvin? And he's like, I think he hates me. And he sounds so sad. Like he's genuinely like emotionally wrecked because his father figure, he's such an ass, like he's such a pain in the ass to his father figure.
Weren't you just saying you don't have to talk about this stuff on the show?
You're right, I don't have to.
Hey, Seep, can you do me a favor? Can you read the thing Gwen just said in chat in your Arlo voice?
Hello, friends. Today I have some sad news. I fear from now on there will be no more Alvin.
We need to move on from Alvin. Okay.
I can't. Can you please? I just can't with him right now. I've already said what I had to say. Listen to the episode. It's the Speakable episode, I think 6. I don't know.
What does Arlo even do?
I don't know. So there's a lot of animation news. We're gonna plow through some of the smaller ones that aren't as exciting that kind of we already knew about. Well, here's like kind of the plow through section. First, they announced a Total Drama Island reboot.
This is why they took down Total Drama Reunited. Remember that?
Yeah.
I talked about that last time. So there was like a fan project, and like they made somebody did like this whole like 22-minute like revival series thing, and they took it down, and then they announced this like a few days later.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Poor
Anyway.
Total Drama Island fans.
I mean, what do we think? Is this to be Total Drama Rama is canceled?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, how do you think Total Drama Rama will like tie into this?
That show must be like, I haven't watched cable TV in a while, but I remember when I did not too long ago, that like Total Drama Rama was one of their heavy hitters. Is it still doing numbers? Like, do kids watch that?
Probably.
Do they like it? I mean, they probably won't cancel it. It'll be another Teen Titans SpongeBob for them.
I've not seen it in their like marketing or anything in a while.
Rosa, I gotta ask, are you a big Total Drama Rama fan?
You know, like the plots haven't been that good. You know, the Jude arc hasn't been doing too well.
What arc?
The Jude arc.
The Jude?
Yeah,
the
from
Jude
16.
Oh my god.
16 at the mall. Gonna go to the mall today.
Except now he's
'cause
just
you're
6.
6 years old. Gonna go to the nursery. Gonna poop in my diaper.
He's like
Gotta
6. What is he
good
doing
times
pooping
last.
still?
Clone High got approved for HBO Max.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Like 2 seasons or so. How many seasons did they say? I don't know.
I think it was a pickup for 2.
Okay, 2 seasons.
Which
Do you think that had anything to do with the like? I know that they were already talking about it, but do you think that like it was boosted by like the fan resurgence?
Absolutely.
Like, people talking about it.
Yeah.
Good. I'm happy for that.
Oh, you're I'm gonna be on HBO Max. Look,
Yeah.
it's a Scooby-Doo.
I wonder if Cleo will go to the dance with me.
And then Scooby Duck's like, yeah, he wish he will, eh?
So like, will they unfreeze them or?
I wonder. We'll find out. Like,
I think it'd be really funny if they just ignored all that happened and they just started again.
They probably is it going to be like more of a reboot or like a continuation? Because I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
I imagine there'll be like a clever like sort of reboot, but like they might like set it up or something. I feel like Phil Lord, Chris Miller stuff usually does things like that. Like whenever they like do like a sequel or something, it's always like an immediate follow up like that.
Okay, soft reboot. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Now that people are speculating on this because I think the press release didn't mention Gandhi, and people are wondering what they're going to do about that.
Oh, they took away Gandhi?
It sounds like it, but there was also they had ideas for what to do with him, like to get around that. Like he was like a Gary Coleman clone instead.
Yeah.
Okay.
could do
Is
that.
it because people realize Gandhi sucks?
No,
Or is
uh,
there
No.
it was.
You can say it right.
I think
You
it's
know,
because people who were like Gandhi followers were like really offended, and like that's what got the show
Oh, okay.
canceled.
Yeah.
Really?
it-
That's what got the
there-
show canceled?
in India,
Yeah.
like there was like there's some building I think in India, like an MTV building, and people went on a hunger strike because they didn't like how Gandhi was portrayed. So I think that's what
Fair
got
enough.
the show canceled.
Yeah,
That sucks.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I don't know. I don't know if they might
They
be
don't.
afraid of that. I think HBO Max is like don't
Just
don't screw this up.
That's
please.
gonna be a character like that's weird to remove because he is a character who, like has a lot of energy to the show. There would be something gone if you removed him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I
Yeah.
hope they don't remove Jesus.
Yeah.
They're gonna add.
Yeah, it didn't fully kill the show,
Oh,
but
yeah.
like it wasn't good. It wasn't good enough. It wasn't like worth like saving. Really,
sure,
They just said,
yeah.
just let it go.
They're gonna add the Paul Revere from that one episode where he sings about Gandhi having ADD to the main cast.
Yeah.
Oh god.
What else?
Well, I know you're all excited about this. You're all super
Yeah.
excited about this next news topic. Who's
Yes.
hyped for the live-action Powerpuff Girls CW show where
Boo.
they're bitter adults now?
Boo.
Boo.
Boo. Why?
Boo.
Every
Someone made a
time.
joke about that.
How'd the joke go?
You know, like it was the animated parody of that, and then they're like
Oh
doing
yeah.
it anyway.
Yeah.
do
This
you-
is good.
Do you think Craig McCracken just wakes up every morning, checks Twitter, and sees how they're butchering his baby yet again, and he just stares at the screen for a few seconds?
Then he goes back to thinking about Kid Cosmic, and he's like, "Oh, I'm in a better place now. I'm in a better place now."
Yeah.
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 I'll say this: I think it's just with Powerpuff Girls. It's just kind of weird how they market it because it is very marketable, but it is just weird. Like this is like some guy's like idea he had. Like they didn't want it to be like a
Yeah.
big thing, and it's very weird to me to see it be at that because it was never supposed to be that, and it makes me
No.
it's whenever they do anything with Powerpuff Girls now, it just feels very weird.
Well, even in its original run, like the later seasons or episodes, like the last season, kind of sucked.
Mhm.
Like they were like running out of ideas, and it was like it was a cash cow. It was making the big bucks. They were making oodles and oodles of dollars on those plushes and merchandise and toys. And then I was thinking, like, I remember how unpopular the reboot was, and everyone made fun of it, and there was endless fucking YouTube critical essays about it. They still made like a shit ton of episodes of the reboot.
Yeah.
Like a shit ton. Like there's a lot of that show. You would be surprised. Go look it up right now. You'll shit yourself. You'll be like, they made that many episodes of this shit? And they did, because it sells. Because people will pay to see the Powerpuff Girls whether you like it or not.
It's like an undercover like merch franchise. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My main thing is
Yeah.
I just feel very weird seeing this like creator-driven show kind of become this. I get why it is though.
Yeah, I was thinking about this. It must be it's supposed to be really weird. I almost can't even imagine. Like, it's something that like he's not involved in. Craig McCracken's not involved with it whatsoever. But like he made it, and he's still in the animation industry. But that's like something that he can't do anything about. Really?
Has he ever like commented on like any of this stuff before? I feel like he doesn't.
I mean, probably in private, but I wonder if he's just not even allowed to.
Yeah, I think he said some like basic things about the reboot that are just like, well, it's people working on it, they're doing their best or whatever. Just some very basic like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get blacklisted.
I'm sure he also has a very like, I mean, I don't know, but I bet if I were him, I'm very much like, I don't want to talk about it. Like it's
Yeah.
there. I'm trying to do other stuff. Like he was doing Wander,
Right.
he did
Yeah.
Foster, he's trying to move on. He's trying to do other stuff. He can't
Yeah.
always be reminded of his baby that's being
Yeah.
murdered in front of him.
I think his legacy has gone much beyond Powerpuff Girls, even if that's still the
For
biggest
sure.
thing he made.
Oh yeah.
It is.
Even for a bit.
Oh, go on.
even for a bit, they ended up associating his legacy with Lauren Foss because of bronies.
Sure.
That's right. He's technically involved in that too.
I'll just say this too. Powerpuff Girls is a weird thing to do this with because it was already a superhero parody. Like, what are you doing this?
It's strange. I always think about the Powerpuff Girls Z, like the anime, and I was like, this is fun. This is like taking Powerpuff Girls but making it, like a magical girl anime essentially. And I think it's fun. It's cute. It's got some really fun ideas in it. It's like that's acceptable amounts of like changing it up. I don't know what they're trying to do, making it like gritty and like the live action stuff always bothers me. That's to me that's very transparent for like they want to make a really cheap thing like live action, make it like the Winx Club live action stuff.
Yeah.
Like, really cheapen the effects and like it's not going to be colorful or vibrant or interesting, but people are going to see it anyway because either one, they're like, normies and they're like, oh, Powerpuff Girls, or they're going to be people who are going to like hate watch it, but then unintentionally give it attention and money.
I can't wait for the professor to be like a horrible, awful parent now. It's going to be so awesome. Wow.
He's going to be like,
he's going to be dead.
Blossom. We gotta go to the dimension, the bowl dimension.
Are you doing a Rick and Morty right now?
No, I'm not. No way.
Do you think they'll even bother trying to like make a Mojo Jojo? Just be like, don't put him in. Just say he died off screen. Just make the main like person like more bucks or like the gangrene gang, so we can make easily.
Hold on.
Don't bother.
Well, they're gonna do Mojo Jojo, but he's going to be like a more realistic like monkey, and he's gonna just like growl and be like scary looking, and he's not gonna like talk or anything.
You don't think he's going to talk? I think he's. I don't know. He's going to talk like. He's going to be like a CGI like gorilla.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that. I have no.
Yeah, the Super Smash Brothers version of Mojo Jojo.
Yeah,
that's good.
I think they're gonna make what's her name, Seductress. She's gonna be a main character now because she could be like edgy.
Oh yeah, they can really sex her up. They could make her look ridiculous.
Oh, they could bring back Nurse Bellum after she got.
She's gonna have sex with the mayor, and it's gonna be so badass.
Oh my god! Oh, the mayor's dead. He's like old.
Trump voter Fuzzy Lumpkins. No, no, it's both of you to assume Fuzzy Lumpkins will even be in this. His name's too silly.
You know what? I hope they do. Actually, I hope the mayor is there, and he's played by a live-action Tom Kenny.
That'd be funny.
God. No, they're gonna have Fuzzy Lumpkin, but they're gonna have his son.
What's it? Yeah, give us a name for that.
I don't know. Handsome Lumpkins.
Oh yeah, he's gonna be like a handsome boy, and he's like pink hair. That's how you know he's Fuzzy Lumpkin's son. He's gonna like date Bubbles or something.
Oh my god.
They'll like gay bait Buttercup, and then she'll get together with the dude in anyway.
All right.
The Rowdy Rough Boys. We haven't even considered them. They're definitely going to be in it.
I don't want to fucking think about it.
There's so much stuff on Powerpuff Girls that the more I think about this, the weirder it is.
The Amoeba Boys. I hope they're not going to make an appearance, but I hope they do. They're the funniest characters in Powerpuff
Girls.
There's
so much stuff in Powerpuff Girls where like I'm thinking about it, and it's like they're not going to do that for like this kind of show.
Right, yeah. Well, they hardly did it in the reboot. I don't think they used much of the like older, weirder stuff. They had like very like Saturday morning cartoon drama.
Yeah, I think the only villain from the original one that really like kept coming back was like Mojo and Princess Morbucks. Everyone else kind of got sidelined, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sad.
Now, would the gorillas be in this? I hope they are. they're still gonna be animated though. Like they're gonna like sit next to like live action like Buttercup and be like, "Oh yeah, it's me, Tony."
Mm-hmm.
All right, and then the last thing, we didn't really plow through these. We kind of are. The last thing we kind of plow through is they announced the Velma show, which is her epic witness the origin story.
Witness discover the epic origin story of the greatest team in history.
What is Velma?
Mystery.
The brains?
Yeah.
What is she again?
Yeah, he's the brain.
And Daphne's the empath, right?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay, just making sure I have this,
This is such a weird premise, specifically a Velma origin story. Like, are the other Scoobies gonna be in there?
I feel like you can't make a show that's just like one of them. It kind of
unless
seems
it's like
lame.
unless it's Scooby, he's like the only one you could do like a solo.
Yeah, because he's a funny talking dog. You can do anything with him. But
I feel like the
well,
only
imagine the Fred show. What if there was a Fred show?
what'd he do? What would the Fred show be about?
What's his new thing that he likes to do? He set traps.
Yeah.
That would be it. He would it would reveal his origin stories.
No. I got it.
Okay.
Fred will go to Velma's Velma's like mystery machine, and it'll say, "Fred, do not push this button." And then
Planet Fred.
Oh, then he meets like a slug Shaggy.
Oh wait, the Velma show's animated?
yeah.
Is
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that makes me slightly interested in it then.
yeah.
I
I
think
still don't know what it's gonna be.
I think the big thing is if they're doing an adult Velma show, like, are they gonna be like bold enough to make her gay in this? Like, that's what I care about.
No,
Maybe.
they're cowards.
Well, I just don't want it to be like the Harley Quinn cartoon, which kind of is like it's a little much. I think sometimes it's weird.
I don't think this is gonna be like swear word all the time, kind of like adult. I think it's gonna be like more like, I guess, like, you know, something adults would like more.
Okay.
The press release mentioned exploring her sexuality. Okay, well that's cool. I hope they aren't weird about it and it's like cool and awesome.
Me too. I
All I
also
can think
hope
is
so.
it's like Riverdale. That's the only thing I can think right now.
No, you don't even have you even taken a peek behind that curtain? It's wild what goes on in that show. They're doing like murder mysteries and like time skips.
Well, yeah, I know, but like that's why I'm saying like a weird like I don't know. I guess with Scooby Doo I think of like more tame stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like a crazy ghost.
Like Scooby surfboarding on the control machine and that Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? Place.
Scooby. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll wait for more details about it.
Yeah.
Will they
hard to
bring back
say,
hot
would it?
dog water?
Yeah, no, you know, they don't really usually bring like Scooby Doo characters back, but that'd be maybe a fun character to like bring back more. That, you know, build the Scooby Doo lore.
Yeah.
Well,
What about like Flim Flam?
Yes, they
are we
could.
gonna talk about the exciting thing?
Yeah. What exciting? There's a few exciting things.
Oh, you're right.
iCarly?
No.
I'm not talking
Okay.
about. We can't talk about iCarly. We can't.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, how about this before we get
Roosevelt.
into the good thing? Because I want to end. I want to end this cartoon discussion on a happy note. But
Okay.
well, let's talk about the sad thing that happened. The blue skies that no
Oh.
longer will be blue.
There's still a few more things too. Yeah, we can talk about Blue Sky next.
Oh boy.
Oh.
So if you're not aware, Blue Sky, the animation studio, was shut down by Disney. Because of course it was shut down by Disney. They bought it out and then let them release like one fucking film and then like, okay, bye.
Ours now. We take it all.
You got the Ice Age IP. That's all we really wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And weren't they in the middle of like really close to finishing production on a movie, and now they just can't?
They were decently
Released
far
it?
into one. Yeah.
Jeez.
It was.
That
it-
sucks.
Is that just gonna go the way of Newt? Is that just gonna be gone?
Oh yeah, Newt. I forgot about that.
So, you know,
Giant.
I haven't said the nicest thing about a lot of Blue Sky films. I don't like a ton of them. I don't like robots that much. I don't like all the Ice Age that much.
Yeah.
I like Peanuts. I like Peanuts a lot. That was a good one. And I like Spies in Disguise. That was shockingly kind of fun. But above all else, no matter what my thoughts on like their movies are, it's kind of shitty. They shut down the studio in the middle of a pandemic and made a lot of people lose their jobs.
Yeah.
Good.
Should-
That.
Should
Of
have
all
done
the-
something
know.
else.
I know they didn't like working on the movie, but honestly, that's like really unfair to them.
Oh,
Yeah.
Disney.
It's it feels like they were trying to like kind of turn around Blue Sky near the end. Like Spies in Disguise was like a lot better than a lot of the previous stuff, and like the upcoming thing was going to be like very different compared to a lot of things. It seems like
Well,
they were
yeah.
trying to do a lot of new stuff at that studio.
Yeah, that's. I guess. I guess not a lot of people saw Spies in Disguise. I think we all have. Steve, did you see it?
I still have it. I want to. But
Yeah,
I haven't.
I think me and Ryan. Rosa, were you there when we watched that?
No, I didn't see
You
it.
didn't see the
Oh,
cloaca?
you didn't see the cloaca.
No, but I hear you say that a lot.
They say it in the movie quite a bit too. Spice in Disguise is like, I can't say like, oh man, it's so good, but it was fine. It was fun. It's, you know what? I liked it better than I think I liked any of Illumination's movies ever.
Yeah, honestly, probably.
Whoa. Embryo's cloaca.
Yeah.
God, you gotta remind me the Embryo's cloaca guns Crash 4.
I'm so excited. I'm gonna experience that because it's coming to Switch.
Oh yeah, that's soon.
Yeah, same time as Ballin' Wonderland.
Same time as Ballin' Wonderworld.
Ballin'.
Ballin'.
Uh,
Ballin'.
It's not Ballin'.
I don't know. Like, it's not a hot take to say that Disney buying up stuff is not a good thing, and I feel like this is just
No.
kind of one of the biggest recent examples of like them buying a studio and then just kind of fucking it up and cause a lot of problems. I'm a firm believer Disney should not own the Muppets. I don't think they give a shit about the Muppets.
Disney's treatment of puppets and like the puppet art form is so shitty. That's why a lot of, you know how back in the day, I don't know if you know this, you could go to the park and there'd be like puppeteers a lot. There'd be like the talking trash can, stuff like that. They don't do that shit anymore because literally puppeteers were like, yeah, they don't pay us jack. They do not respect like the art of puppets like at all. So that no wonder they get their hands on the Muppets, the fucking golden goose egg, and they crack it on the floor because they don't know what they're doing and they don't take it seriously. Fucking the guy who's been doing Kermit for a million years is like, I don't want to do this anymore because they're not letting me like be Kermit. They're like just telling me like all this stuff that Kermit wouldn't say, and it's upsetting me because I care very deeply about Kermit because that's what it's like to be a puppeteer. You like connect with the character, and I don't want to be here anymore. And he left, and now they got that other guy who sucks.
He's trying.
He is. I don't think he's a bad guy. I just don't think he's not been at it as long, so he's struggling a bit.
I think they just wanted to have like Kermit and animal like mugs they can sell at Disney World. That's all they cared about when they bought the puppets.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, at least we're getting
They're all
it.
about the profit.
Huh?
They're all about the profits.
Yeah.
All
But
about the money.
we can watch the Muppet Show on Disney Plus in like 3 hours. Oh,
That's
pretty
true.
cool.
That's soon.
Yeah.
I am glad that they did. That's like the one thing they've done like okay with the Muppets. They did take the time to get all like the copyright settled, like have the full version of the Muppets on Disney Plus, which is better. That's like the best thing they've done with the Muppets in so long.
Honestly, yeah. I think it'll give a lot of people who I guess aren't very familiar with that era of Muppets, because a lot of people who I talk to about Muppets are like a bit of the more my generation who kind of mostly grew up with some of the movies and like some of the newer stuff. So I think that's nice. So people will get to see that and see what it was like in its origin.
Yeah. Discover the epic origin story.
Exactly.
Disney buying stuff fucking sucks, and I think it sucks all those Blue Sky dudes lost their job, and I hope they're able to find new jobs and that we need to stop letting Disney buy shit.
Yeah.
All right,
Release the Bob's Burgers movie.
Oh god,
Without canceling it.
of course.
Yeah.
Next on the docket is another thing. Seep was really excited to talk about this, so I'll let them go off. Is the Amazing World of Gumball movie is happening.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I guess I don't have a ton to say about it other than like, it's surprising. I didn't think they would do it. I thought for a while it felt like Gumball was one of those things where, because, well, if you don't know.
Because.
What?
I just thought of, it's because I love you.
Because.
Well, Gumball is one of those things where it ended on a cliffhanger the latest season, and they were gonna do like this big movie, but Cartoon Network did this thing where like they don't cancel it, but they don't order any new episodes for it. Which you might be familiar with from some of their other things, which we'll get into in a bit. But yeah, I was certain that it was just gonna be one of those things where like they just air reruns of it forever, because like they kind of don't really need to make new episodes at this point.
They did Darwin's Yearbook, which was a clip show.
Oh yeah, they've done like 2 of those. They did a Halloween clip show thing too, which is really weird. But yeah, now they're making a movie, which will be I guess the epic conclusion of the Gumball story.
I almost feel like part
Um,
of it, the reason they waited so long to do this was just that they didn't want kids to know that Gumball was actually technically over.
yeah, and maybe they're ready to move on now. I guess maybe after this comes out, they're just gonna drop Gumball hard. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I'm interested in it. I mean, Gumball kind of has a turbulent reputation, but I think overall, I mean, there's some things about it that aren't that good.
It definitely had
It
it had a bit of a seasonal rot later on.
Definitely.
It really
There was a
Twitter meme bait. I was gonna say it was like Twitter meme bait.
yeah,
Yeah, there was a lot of that.
there was a certain point in the show, I want to say like nearest the end, where it felt like they were like, "Hey, people on Twitter like when we do this thing," and it felt like a lot of the show kind of became that. It's like, okay, can you do something else?
Mhm.
Very like referencing internet culture and like meta stuff, like self-referential. Because a lot of the stuff I like about Gumball is like just the way it looks. It's so cool, and like the way they make the show is very, very like interesting. And I like all the different, art styles and stuff. I always thought that was really their strongest thing there. So I'm really excited what they're gonna do with like a movie budget, because they've had some really cool like fight scenes and like really pretty scenes and stuff like that in the show.
yeah.
So what are they gonna do with a movie budget? Sounds cool.
Gumball is like surprisingly good at like action and like tense
Oh no, for sure.
story stuff. So yeah, I think with like a movie, even with just like their normal TV budget, I think they could make something really
Yeah.
cool to see in movie form if they do it good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm glad. I have mixed thoughts on Gumball overall, but I'm glad it's getting a wrap up because I like the show enough to want it to have one.
Yeah, I think it deserves it. It's one of those. I think it's one of Cartoon Network's shows that's like, kind of defined the era that it came out in. Yeah.
That was a regular show, Adventure Time era show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's happening.
It's our season finale movie.
Dude, our movie was not the season finale, dude.
What?
Oh!
Remember,
Yeah,
did-
All that stuff about Gumball in the middle class.
Gumball's gonna
yeah,
eliminate the middle class in the movie.
yeah.
I guess you will.
I will say, didn't they air the regular show like finale thing like in the middle of like a Teen Titans Go marathon?
Did they
Yeah.
really? That's so insulting.
I think they did.
That's awful.
I'm like 90% sure that's what happened. People were like really upset about it. Like, this is one of your big shows, like that era, like brought you back. Like, you maybe want to give it a bit of respect.
Nope.
Yeah. I made a commercial for it though.
One.
They advertised it one time.
Yeah.
It's kind of what they do. They did go very all out on Adventure Time's finale. Like, they did like the whole screening. There was like a marathon. They made like a big deal of it. Same with like Steven Universe, like a big deal about it. It's like finale and all that. Your regular show was in the middle of a fucking Teen Titans Go marathon.
Yeah. I don't know what happened there. I guess it wasn't quite marketable enough.
They've had that with
Maybe
OKKO too. I'm pretty sure they just kind of dropped the finale of that show. Like, oh, here's the last episode.
yeah.
Bye.
I always forget the way they treated that show. That was unfortunate.
Yeah.
We do it with a lot of shows where it's just like, we're done with this. It's mercy to even like tell the people making it that this is it.
Yeah.
That happened with
God.
Clarence, I'm pretty sure too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they like the last episode was like a case where like they didn't know if it was going to be the last episode.
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
felt like it could have been.
I swear him like listening to him talk about that once.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how the cartoon TV is.
I do like that they're like, the show might end soon. Let's just do an episode. It's a home movies joke.
Yeah.
That's like one of the best episodes. It's
Oh,
very
God.
good.
It was so fun.
Cartoon episodes where it's like they know they're gonna end soon. I love stuff like that because that's where you get. I feel like that's where you get episodes where it's just like this is our last chance to do something like this. Let's just do something like unbelievable.
It happens with Thundercat Roar. Thundercats Roar ends with all the characters in jail. I know this because I follow one of the writers of Thundercats Roar because he wrote for Yabba Dabba Dinosaurs.
There's a lot of words you just said there.
My gosh. Oh yeah, isn't there like an Aquaman cartoon they're doing?
Thundercats Roar ended already?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the people
Already.
making it, people that made it are like doing like an Aquaman cartoon, I think.
How many seasons?
Okay.
I think it was only one season, Rosa.
Yeah, I was gonna say it didn't just come out like not that long ago.
Yeah.
It was really
Aquaman,
cringe.
I guess.
I can't believe it.
Real-
Animation Twitter won.
Yes, all the 40-year-olds like, we did this, guys.
Did y'all talk about the Ducktales ending thing?
I was about to say I didn't write that down, but I was like, oh, we probably need to talk about. I was gonna bring it up in just a second. Yeah.
Something new about that come out?
Well, we knew it was ending with season 3, but there was a lot of like somebody leaked that information out before any of the like writers or like Disney could even say it.
Yeah.
Like somebody just like came out and was like, yeah, it's ending. 3rd season's the last one, and then everyone got really upset. And everyone was like, what? Like, how could this happen? There's not going to be that many episodes left in the series. There's still a lot of, like, plot points that haven't really been talked about.
I knew it was ending, so I was surprised when there's only, like, 4 episodes left. I thought there was, like, at least, like, 10-ish left or something.
4?
I think
only 4.
I think it's a little... Yeah, there's not that much, but the last episode is, like, 90 minutes or something.
Yeah.
It's like a movie. So,
okay. So they probably like ate the production of other episodes.
Yeah, but like the thing about it is that when one of the writers, Frank, what's his name, got to actually like comment on it, he was like, "Yeah, we in animation, you're kind of you're lucky if you even get 3 seasons, and then like with Disney in particular, that's all really they're willing to give you, even if it is popular." So they kind of realized, I guess, at the start of the production of season 3 that we have to wrap this up in a satisfying way. Like we have to like, do all the little Disney afternoon cameos we want to do. We got to get in our tailspin thing. We got to, do a Darkwing Duck thing. And we got to like end the series in a satisfying way that like people feel like, this is good to go. So a lot of people then came out and was like, okay, guys, the show wasn't canceled. They wanted it to end in season 3. No, don't mistake it. This show was canceled. They told them at the beginning of season 3, hey, this is your last season. Better make it count. And they were like, oh crap, we have to do a lot in this one season. So they just absolutely jam-packed this one with everything. And I hope the ending doesn't feel too rushed, and I'm sure it'll end satisfactory, but there's still stuff that they're not going to be able to do. Stuff that they set up.
There's no way they're following up a Negaduck. That's just gonna end there.
No, yeah, like people saying, "Oh no, they weren't canceled." They absolutely were. There's even people working on the show who are like, "Yeah, DuckTales like season 4 could happen." Like even with the ending of 3, like it's open-ended enough that you could like tack on another season. Like they told everything they want to tell in regards to like Scrooge's legacy stuff, but they're like, we could still write more for these characters. There's still a lot we haven't talked about. And so that's when it kind of frustrates me when people are like, no, don't worry, guys. There's nothing left to do. It's like, there's so much to do. They're never going to touch the Negaduck stuff ever again.
That's so funny. Like, if you rewatch the show, there's always like this one episode that ends like that, like 10 years from now. Like, why did an episode end like that?
Good, like the way for those of you who haven't watched it, I think it's like towards the beginning of season 2.
Yeah,
they came out with this episode where they introduced their version of Duck. It's like really cool, really like it makes sense. And basically, the old Darkwing Duck takes the place of Negaduck. He becomes evil, basically, and it's really interesting and cool. And during the episode, you think that this guy dies, and then the final shot of the episode is it like pans down to him, and he's finally like in the costume, like the Negaduck costume, and he's like maniacally laughing, and he's like, "Oh, just wait till I get my chance to shine." And then season 3 happens, and the Darkwing Duck episode, like the big special that they're gonna do, everyone's excited for it, and they're like, "Oh, Frank, is this where we're gonna finally see like Jim Starlin come back as Negaduck and like exact his revenge?" And he's like, so we couldn't put Negaduck in season 3," and everyone's like, "Oh, so he's just not gonna be in season 3? Oh, that's kind of sucks. That's gonna be a long time to wait for until he's in season 4." There's not gonna be a season 4. He's just not gonna be. There's never gonna be an ending to that.
Still in the sewers till this day.
Yeah.
He's still in the sewers.
Now hear me out, Lou. I think what's gonna happen is he'll be in the We Could Be Heroes regular show sequence, and they'll just cut to him in the sewer.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
No.
it's a little sad, but gosh.
Just wait for the Seth Rogen Darkwing Duck show.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's gonna be a new Darkwing Duck show. We don't know anything about it, and it worries me. Oh well.
Oh well.
Don't worry, Lucy. I'll make sure he gets the blunt.
Is that your Seth Rogen voice?
Yeah.
Wait, that
He sounds like Teddy, doesn't he?
Can I ask
Doesn't
why?
he sound like Teddy?
Why does he sound like Teddy and Santa Claus mixed together?
Doesn't he sound like that?
I guess he does. Hey, Bobby.
He's more kind of, hey, that's Seth Rogen, man. I'll be on Muppet Show.
I'm Master Mantis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. There's only 4 episodes left. We know one of them's like the kid.
Yeah, the kid from Tailspin, which is gonna have Don Carnage. There's going to be an episode where like the episode description is like Scrooge's like bad guys like start to sue him or something.
That's funny.
They're like he made me evil. It's actually his fault that I'm like this.
That is a funny episode concept.
Yeah, and then there's going to be the big finale, which is probably going to be a big foul showdown, but it's not going to be like it was in Moonvasion, apparently, so I have no idea what they're going to do. Oh, I do. I can't say anything. I know there's going to be a new character, and I just want you all to prepare yourselves, because I think he's going to be like Kinney bait, and I think you're going to see him a lot. So I can't say anything more than that. But
yeah,
just
Lou's really excited for the Mortimer Mouse appearance.
It's not him. God, if it was Mortimer Mouse, I wouldn't be able to keep my mouth shut. Like I would just be like, "Ooh, there's gonna be a really tall guy." Yeah, he's gonna be that kind of character. And I've already given away too much saying it's a he, but he's gonna be that kind of character who, like, you're gonna see people kin, and then other people are gonna be like, if you like this character or kin this character, like, unfollow me. Like, he is problematic. You're not allowed to talk to me. And I can't wait because I think he looks cool. I'm excited.
I'm really excited for the We Can Be Heroes Come Along With Me sequence at the end, and I get my like 2-second Penumbra appearance. Like, all right, there we go. I got my moment.
You want to talk about 2-second appearances? I'm just the Three Caballeros like whole thing. I hope if they don't say one word, it's gonna be so.
No, don't worry. When the Come Along With Me sequences play, and they'll show them on like a stage playing the guitar for like 2 seconds, and then it'll cut to the next one. And like
Donnie's gonna be in the background.
Who? Oh yeah, Donnie. So like the Penumbra scene, which is like at the pier eating a burger again for like 2 seconds.
So she's like sitting there alone eating a burger.
It's like, she's not with like Della or like anyone. She's just eating the burger alone.
Is
there any shows with like
so many levels?
with Come Along With Me sequences? You know what I mean?
Definitely. No, I know what you mean. There definitely is.
Yeah,
I just can't think of any. Hunter. There's one. Watch Hunter. Hunter. It's an anime. It did. The anime ended, not the manga, but like the anime has like a,
Oh, do you think the Simpsons would have one? Like they cut like all the Simpsons characters. You see like Barney and Moe in like the bar, and like Barney like slips and falls down. Moe's like, "Oh, you!" for like the last time.
I'm gonna be real with you. If they had an actual like marketed Simpsons finale and did that, I might cry.
I might too.
Aww.
Yeah.
Just
I feel like to the comment that you can't really get into DuckTales, it's like I feel like if you can't get into the first like half of it, like it's probably, I don't know, it might not be for you, but I like it. I maybe jump into some of the like season 2 episodes. There's some Oh, there's some good like standalone Ducktales season 2. The town where everyone is nice is pretty funny. The Darkwing Duck episode honestly can be watched in isolation. It's pretty fun. It's called the Dark Knight, the Dark Duck Rises, the Dark Knight Rises, something like that. It's like a Batman name parody. There's some fun episodes if you just want to kind of watch those. Any episode with a character named Doofus Drake, you must watch. Those are the funniest episodes.
That's the one. Shutdown.
That's the one. Shark Bomb.
I really hope Shark Bomb's in the "Come Along with Me" sequence.
He's like sitting with Glomgold and like they're getting their family picture taken. I'm not the only one who likes Doofus Drake. Doofus Drake is a hilarious character. He's so funny. Every time he's on screen, I just die. He's hilarious. I love that kid. He's so weird and like scary. He's great.
You're gonna say Rosa?
I can't wait for the sequence where they show like Mark speak and like looking up at a tree.
Yeah.
And
then there's just Servo Undertale peeking out.
This is a joke about your image. We're like, Rosa made an image where like Mark Beeks is standing like a screenshot from Kira Precure, just standing there. And like also Servo from like Komodo Friends in the tree. And it's like this epic crossover event.
I think I added more to it, but I forgot what did I added.
I think Mark Beeks is number 1 on the list of characters I hit with my car.
Yeah, he had it coming.
Before we get to the next topic, I do like this question. I want to hear your thoughts. I have an answer. What do you think will end first, The Simpsons or SpongeBob?
Ooh.
That's a really good thought experiment.
Because
there's a lot.
I have an answer for this. I think it'd be SpongeBob. I think if Camp Coral is like popular with kids, they could just be like, well, this is doing fine enough. I guess we don't need original SpongeBob right now.
Honestly, I'm gonna disagree. I think Simpsons will end first. Because here's where I'm sitting. Maybe it's because of my general lack of Simpsons knowledge. I'm not.
Yeah.
I almost said I'm not gonna. I almost called myself a Sims head, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not one of those. I don't know much about it other than like the general pop culture knowledge of it. But from where I'm sitting, this is what it looks like. SpongeBob has had like a recent revival in like interest. I see a lot of people get like I saw like one of my people on Twitter, they like got hired on as like as part of the staff, so they're like hiring new people.
Okay,
they're like still turning out episodes. They're they're keeping the fire alive. They got a spin-off, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the original show is dying. It just means you got 2 kings in the castle now.
I should stress, I think the SpongeBob scenario I explained is like a very unlikely one. I just think my thing is I think there's a few more situations SpongeBob has to end right now because like they got the Lighthouse is popular and they got a spin-off. I don't think it actually ever would.
No, right. But like in contrast, Simpsons has had a very like not great reputation lately, as far as I can see. Like people have been saying New Simpsons sucks for like a while now, which is what they were saying for SpongeBob for a while until recently. Everyone started saying actually it's starting to get good again. To each their own. But I haven't really seen that from Simpsons people. But maybe I'm just not looking.
I think you kind of. I think there is a certain level of that with The Simpsons, but it's definitely more obscure, I think. I know. I think I will agree that I think The Simpsons would end first. Mm-hmm. What I'm thinking about is... for the people on The Simpsons...
Yeah?
It's been going on for a while. They're old people.
Oh, that's a big thing, too. Yeah.
And I feel like that would be the one thing to end it, where it's just like some of the voice actors just decide like I can't do this anymore.
Marge's voice actor is on her last fucking legs. You can tell.
Yeah. I feel like SpongeBob has a thing where like maybe the main show would get canceled, but I feel like there would be like SpongeBob would still feel like it'd be like alive in some way.
Yeah.
Like I feel like The Simpsons is much less likely to have like revival, like reboot spin-off sort of things with
They
it.
can make the Mo show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can make your Camp Corals and your, I don't know, Squidward Symphony Hour, but you can't make anything from The Simpsons.
Now that being
Right.
said, when they make Skinner Chalmers canon, maybe they'll get an increase of viewers again.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of went there a little. They're getting there. Well, we're inching towards that, I feel.
That'd be like the ultimate ending to like the Steve Pam's arc. Is like
No, that's like the bubbling kiss in the finale moment.
yeah, yeah.
You're right.
All right, okay. Let's talk about. We're almost done with like the topics I listed down. We're almost there. But next is Infinity Train Big Four. Now let me explain the roller coaster of emotions with this.
Oh God.
So something came out that made it seem very, very, very likely that it was getting canceled, that it was over. Everyone was there's just people on the show pretty much talking about it too. There was a lot of just basically it felt like it was almost certain it was over. And then like 3 days later, HBO's back's like, oh no, we're making book 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what the origin for that like rumor going around was? Because I couldn't find it. I just saw so many people saying, "Oh my God, Infinity Train got canceled," and I was like, "What?
I saw like Awestruck Vox from the round table. That guy, he posted something that would be like, "Oh, that looks very likely." I don't remember what it was, but apparently not.
It was from some I think it was from some art book or production thing or something, where they said there's like a little note allegedly from one of the writers, that like it was ending or they weren't making. They were saying like they weren't producing more episodes or something.
Yeah.
I think right now it's a situation where this might have already been in production for a bit, but they might not have ordered anything past this.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Infinity Train is this was like this for the first 2 books, and it might be the case for book 3 and 4, but like they order them like 2 books at a time.
Yeah.
Cartoon Network usually does things in like 20 11-minute episode packages, but Infinity Train like splits that in half. So you have like the books are like 10 episodes long.
10 11s.
Yeah. So this might have been a case where like when they got renewed initially, they're always going to do 2 more books. But right now it's probably like just uncertain whether they're going to get renewed for another 2 books.
Cartoon Network has to like be aware at this point that the show has a pretty big following, right? They can't be like unaware of it.
They made questionable decisions before, so
They have.
Well, I'm really I just think more people should watch it. Like, I haven't seen nearly enough people. I know it has a decent following, but I feel like in my general circle of friends, like nobody's watching this. I don't know if it's because it's on a streaming service and whatever, but like if you're looking for a cartoon, I know everyone's talking about how they want cartoons to be treated more seriously, to have something, like something like a cartoon made for an older audience, not necessarily like the 10 to 12 range. That's what Infinity Train is. It feels like a cartoon that was made for maybe like a mid-teenager like audience. It's it takes itself seriously. It deals with heavy topics. It's got I think because it's on a streaming service and not on TV, it's got a little bit more leeway in terms of like what it can show. Like I think
they flat out said that like when we went to HBO Max, we were like given a lot more leeway.
Yeah, and it does. I see a lot of people talking online. They're like trying to, boost the cartoon medium, and they're like, yeah, we need it to be taken more seriously, and then they're recommending like baby shows, which they're fine. They're fine baby shows. You can recommend, your what's its and who's its. You can recommend your Steven Universes, which is a good show.
I would say Steven Universe. It's very in line with Steven Universe Future more in like tone. Steven Universe Future was definitely aimed at like us for sure.
Yeah, but like if you're talking about like base Steven Universe, like you can amplify those great shows, but if you want people to see that it can be used for more than kiddie stuff, that's Infinity Train. You gotta start showing people that stuff. You gotta sit down, make people watch it. It's great. If
you liked with like a lot of later Adventure Time was pitching like Steven Universe Future, like stuff that felt like it was aimed at like an older crowd, this is like that fully indulgent, like it being for like older crowds.
The first book is good, but you can tell it's like more the tamer side. It's more of the kind of like something you could air on Cartoon Network, and then like book 2, it starts getting like, oh, okay, we're getting to some stuff here, and then book 3, Jesus Christ, God, that book is heavy.
Yeah. I feel like that's the main advantage, like stuff like HBO Max has. Even like stuff like Obsidian feels like I don't think Obsidian would exist on like Cartoon Network because it's fully blunt about they're lesbians. I feel like that's like the main advantage we're getting with HBO Max now. It's like, oh, people from Cartoon Network can do shit like this now with like no like drawbacks, like nothing, like not even like compromise.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we get more books from this. I don't know. Maybe this will be maybe we'll get 1-1's yearbook for a few years.
Well, I mean, honestly, if they can wrap it up in a satisfying way, I wouldn't mind if book 4 was the end, as long as it's like feels like a conclusion. That's all that matters. Which is why I'm not too scared about the Ducktales stuff, because they had time to prepare. They're gonna make a good ending. It's gonna be fine. Doing stuff considered.
I'm almost certain I know what like book 4 will, like who it'll be about, like one of the main characters. Like I know almost certain, like, but I'm interested to see where they how they present it and where they take it.
Yeah. It's an interesting show because it's an anthology, so you can kind of technically like end it wherever, but
right.
The only thing is like, but there's more that like we can find out, and I want to know more about. But yeah, I mean, there's clearly a lot that they would like to reveal, and it's a very interesting world that they've built.
For sure.
I feel like there's a ton you can do with it.
Oh, I always think about the that Adventure Time episode with the train.
Yeah.
You remember that? And when Infinity Train stuff was first coming out, I was like, is this where Owen got the idea? Because he used to be a storyboard artist on Regular Show, right? The guy who created Infinity Train. And I remember I used to follow his Tumblr, and he would talk about Infinity Train a lot. And like I remember very clearly an ask he answered that really stuck with me. Like people were asking like, hey, are we going to see more of Tulip? I love Tulip. I want to see her again. And he was just very like staunchly like, no, I don't think we're going to see her, like, because I believe that in a story you should be seeing, like, if you're going to do like a little vignette into somebody's life like that, you should be seeing the absolute most important moment of their life, and that was Tulip's. And so like anything past that would really like undermine what she like went through. That's why, so I was like, that really, that's really cool. Like I never thought of it that way. That's why a lot of sequels sit wrong with me sometimes.
Well, it's okay. She'll appear in the book 8 We Will Be Heroes sequence for like
Yeah.
No, I am hoping Cartoon Network looks at stuff like Infinity Train or Steven Universe Future, like Adventure Time Distant Lands, like stuff that's very much aimed a bit higher in terms of age, and see how like I feel like they're all doing, from what I've gathered, they're all doing pretty damn well. I know when Obsidian came out, that was over my time like for like a week. I know like Infinity Train's one of their like HBO Max big successes in terms of like animation right now. So I'm hoping they're looking at that reception to be like, oh, people who are older like shows that are like aimed at them that aren't like Family Guys type stuff. They want stories that are aimed that are like us.
Well, on top of that, though, didn't they just announce that they're doing a preschool vlog?
Oh, yeah. They are doing a preschool vlog.
But
they also
cute.
They also did just order Total Drama.
Yeah, so that is that going to be on HBO?
Yeah, I think they said
okay,
that.
that's definitely it. Total Drama already kind of towed the line of like acceptable for TV. They're definitely going to go over that line if it's on a streaming service. There is going to be like there's going to be like censored boobs or something. Like it's gonna happen. They're gonna say the word sex.
You're going to kill someone. Chris is finally going to be able to kill someone.
Yo, what if Total Drama HBO had viewer vote? That would be cool. That would be fucking cool. Sorry,
I imagine that'd be hell for animation, but you get like an episode every like 6 months.
Yeah. It is interesting to go back on that just for 1 second. That I don't know how like the other Toad Drama seasons works, but I know for like the first one, it wasn't made for Cartoon Network originally.
Yeah.
And like in the original airing, there was a lot of like raunchy stuff that they cut out. So I wonder if like if they're gonna
'Cause it was
put
a
it on
Canadian
HBO
show,
Max.
right?
Huh?
It was a Canadian show, right? It was from
Yeah,
Canada.
it was on like a teen block, and then they put it on like their kids network. That was really around the time they started like having like PG shows, like regular show and stuff.
Oh god, yeah. Remember when they said piss?
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, I hope this trend continues with Cartoon Network. Like, I guess if they wanna, they could do more baby shows and more like more.
I have seen people be a bit doom and gloom about like the baby show thing, but like if you're a major network, it's like in your favor to have like a baby show block. Like they're still gonna do like adult stuff. They're just adding a baby show block. I think people are being a bit dramatic about it.
Yeah.
Well, I was really excited because Craig from Craig of the Creek's little sister, she's gonna get her own show in that
That's
preschool block, and that's really
yeah.
awesome. I think that's awesome.
Very cute.
Yeah.
I think in general I think Cartoon Network wants to like kind of expand their horizons for like multiple ages. I think we're gonna get stuff for us. We're gonna continue getting stuff that's aimed for like kids, and I think they're gonna aim for like babies too.
Yeah.
I think I think stuff like Infinity Train and like Distant Lands like putting their little toe in the water, like seeing like, okay, what are the older people like? And I feel like they're gathering. We like stories. We like shows with characters and stories.
We like shows where people cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We like if you gotta pitch Infinity Train to anybody, just say it's got a lot of really cool like retro sci-fi stuff. Like it's very cool, very stylized. It's got great characters, great voice acting. Like it's a total package. I was absolutely like just hooked. Like I watched all 3 books in like a few like 2 days. It's like I was so into it, and I just couldn't believe that like nobody in my circle was talking about it that I knew of. I didn't even, like I knew Ryan had watched it.
Oh yeah,
because she has taste. I was like, why is nobody talking about this? I have to show this to everyone immediately. I asked my girlfriend like, hey, there's a show called Infinity Train. Do you want to watch it? I had like just finished watching it, and yeah, I rewatched all of it like not even a few days after I already watched it. And yeah, it is one of those things where like there's so much that happens in it that you just want to like say as a selling point, like, oh my god, this happens, but it's a spoiler, so you have to let people experience it, and it's hard.
I'll say also just real fast, I definitely feel like Over the Garden Wall definitely dipped its toes into like this too, and I feel like we did what we're seeing now. We probably owe a bit to Over the Garden Wall like being a big hit.
Oh yeah.
All right, we've reached like the end of cartoon. Here's the last thing we're going to talk about. So 3 of us have watched all of Kid Cosmic, but Lou has only watched episode 1, so we won't talk about spoilers, but we'll give our general thoughts on it.
Yes.
Can I start since I have probably the least amount to say about it?
Yeah. Go ahead.
So I've been wanting to watch it. I just work a lot, so I haven't had the time to. So I just got very distracted by Paddington 3. Yes,
that's right. Paddington 3 was confirmed. I need to see 2.
You need to. Paddington 2 is like really, really good. I love the Paddington
I'll watch
movies.
it tonight.
But anyway, Kid Cosmic. Yes, I've been wanting to watch it. I just haven't had the time, so I just quickly watched an episode so I'd have something to say before this. But it feels great so far. Just I love Wander Over Yonder a lot. Like, and I was really like into that vibe of like this kind of cosmic space stuff, like just funny, silly alien stuff. And then this one, it's a little more, as I say, grounded quote, but it takes place on Earth. It's got a really cool, little fun new character. The art style is just amazing, and of course, with any Craig McCracken thing, just I don't know if this is the posing. It's phenomenal. It always is. It was.
I wanted to say
Wander in this year.
about like art style wise, I think he might be God in terms of like he is so good at like making characters who are like really good for like fun animation and like fun poses that are also like memorable like on their own. It's like he's so fucking good at that, and it's like how does he like consistently keep doing that?
Yeah, I remember when Wander Over Yonder was coming out and he was like posting all these like character sheets, and you can like see the way that Wander and Sylvia fit into each
Oh,
other like
God,
puzzle
yeah.
pieces.
When I first
And
thought, I
every
was
time,
like, that's genius.
yeah,
They hug
like
each
they're
other.
such weirdo characters, but yet you put them next to each other, and like his hat just goes perfectly like under the crook of her neck, and like when they hug, they're like a complete shape. It's beautiful, and that's just like times 10. And so far in Kid Cosmic, it's like you get these such fun characters, and like the way they're animated, it's just so mwah. So far I'm really enjoying it. It's very cute. It's very stylized. The music's great. So I'm excited to see more. That's all I gotta say.
It's funny because Wander Over Yonder was very like flowing in its animation, like a big flow to it. Whereas this is very snappy,
Yes.
and I like it. There's a lot of emphasis put on like very strong poses, and it's like there's some parts where it's like very pose to pose, like not a lot of in betweens. It's very snappy, and I like it a lot.
Well, it fits
Yeah.
the energy of the show. It's a lot
Totally.
different. Where Wander's kind of attitude is like, let me just cruise on through life. I'm just going with the flow. And Kid Cosmic's here, he's like, bam, bam, here I am. I'm jumping on top of tables.
Our friend Cersei talked about this. I love the way his flying actually works, because it's not like he's flying, it's the ring is floating and it kind of drags him along, and I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just watched the last episode yesterday.
Mm.
I don't want to give anything away.
Oh, totally.
I think it's it's really good.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just one of those. It's one of those shows. It's kind of like Infinity Train, where it's just like all I just have to say, like, just watch it. Like it's like it's really
on
good. I
Netflix.
mean, yeah, it's on Netflix. If you like cartoons, well, that's kind of broad, but like
If you
I don't know.
like Craig's past stuff, there's like almost certainty you'll like this.
yeah, this is
Like
definitely like
monsters, you like Wander, watch it.
it's really I think it's really easy to get into because it's pretty much it's like the most serialized show he's ever made. It's it's pretty much like a 2.5 hour movie.
Yeah.
How the story goes.
Yeah, Rosa?
Yeah. What was it?
Rosa?
It sounded like you were to say something.
No.
Oh, okay.
But do you want to say? You haven't said anything yet. If you want to say something.
I really like it. It's really fun. I really admired like the cast of characters they have. Where it's just like an old man, a teen, little kid, and then like an even smaller child and a cat.
Yeah,
It's such a funny.
You're in
lineup.
this. You're in this show.
Yeah.
I
was-
didn't know you were in this show.
That's me when I was 4. I
Yeah.
was a destructive child, as you can see.
This is a great show to just I think get when I watched it, I didn't even watch the trailer. I didn't know anything about it.
Mhm.
And I think it's a really good show for that because it like goes in directions that you wouldn't really expect from like just like a cartoon. Like I don't know. It's like it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel tethered to like a certain formula or
Oh yeah,
static
no.
flow, really.
They start experimenting like very early on, like, and they keep experimenting as it goes on.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And it sort of ends in a place where like it's like weirdly I didn't expect like certain characters to go the way they did.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it feels very like anything can happen as long as like and it feels really natural. Like it's weird, like they'll change things about the formula where like it doesn't feel weird. It feels like every step of the way it's like completely like, oh yeah, like this was completely planned out. Like this just works so well.
Mm-hmm.
Even when they do change things about it. Yeah, I honestly I can't recommend it enough. This is a show that I'm like really excited to see more of. And there's got to be a second season for it.
Yep.
Okay, I was gonna ask, does it have a potential for season 2?
Yep.
Yeah, it has a lot.
Yeah.
I'm excited then. I'm gonna finish it up. I'm gonna watch the rest of it for sure. I was already like, dang, this is gonna be the show I watch on my lunch break now. I'm sorry, Better Call Saul, you're gonna have to take a back seat for a little bit.
Those are two very funny shows that have side by side.
Again, I like to say again, I really love the character lineup they have.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yeah,
It's on Netflix, by the way. Sorry, someone was asking. Go on.
Yeah, it's just really funny because like you think it's like you just wonder how did they make it work? Oh, it works. You're like a funny little RPG cast.
The way the cast is constructed is like I don't know how to explain. It feels like they put a lot of thought into like everything they did. It's like you ever watch a show and you're like, the way this is constructed is so like intelligent and like well put together. It makes me a little upset that I couldn't do something like with Rosa. The character of Rosa, like she has the like strongest ability by far because she can turn giant. But the show often encounters her with like since she's like a little kid, she has like she takes this all as like playtime, and they have to like find ways to indulge her. It's never annoying either, too, which is great.
That's good.
Also, disclaimer: she's talking about Rosa from the show, not
not Rosa, not Rosa from here. They find really smart ways to like kind of like indulge her because like she like there's like an episode like she doesn't want to turn giant, she wants to play something else instead, and they find ways to get around that. It's very fun and smart. I don't know.
I think you can tell this was an idea that he had in like 2009, but he said Craig Kraken. He said he deliberately didn't pitch it because he knew no one would want to pick it up the way like he was doing it, and right now is like the perfect. It seems like the perfect time, like the perfect platform to release the show on.
Yeah,
like this is definitely something that's really suited to like a streaming service format where it's really easy to just like watch it in order. Yeah.
Because you couldn't really. Yeah, that's the thing about streaming is it really lends itself to more serialized. Like you have to watch in order cartoons, whereas the standard for a long time was watch them in any order, stream like put them on cable at any order because you got to be able to run reruns, and fill your block. But with these, Netflix shows and HBO Max streaming, you're able to get more, concise stories.
I do want to say one more thing about Kid Cosmic. Do you ever watch a show and like this is the character that gay people are gonna like? That's how I felt about the Tom Kenny alien, and from what I can gather, I was right.
You're right.
It was so funny.
I knew that Tom Kenny voiced him, but I hadn't heard his voice until I watched episode 1, and I'm pleasantly surprised with the voice he decided to use.
You could tell what Tom Kenny's putting his effort in. This is one of those.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's Tom Kenny. He's just gonna sound like Jake Spider Monkey, SpongeBob, whatever. But then I went into the show and I was like, oh, he's doing a voice. He's actually doing a voice.
No, I think he's like on all of the Craig McCracken shows. Like you can tell he likes doing stuff with Craig McCracken.
Yeah, like all his voices in those shows are distinct.
Because Peepers is really fun. He does the mayor and he does the alien character, and it's got a very fun voice.
Yeah,
it seems like you've just been friends for the longest of times.
Tom,
I also
go on.
Oh, sorry. No, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna read Tom Kenny's paycheck voice.
Yeah, I was just gonna say to like sort of bring back like the Powerpuff Girls reboot. I think it's really interesting that this is a show that like it calls itself. There have been like press material and stuff where it's called itself a realistic take on the superhero genre. And I think the way that it does that is really interesting. Because, like, usually when you hear that, like, oh, there's a realistic take on superheroes, like, think of, like, the Powerpuff Girls reboot that they're doing where it's like, oh, it's live action, and it's sort of gritty, and, like, they're adults now. But this does, like, a realistic superhero thing where it doesn't... It shows that realistic doesn't mean it has to be like dark and gritty and
totally.
Right, like they have in the first episode. They have a real Incredibles moment where she's like, "Hey, kid, this isn't comic books. That's an actual alien. He wants to kill us. We have to take this seriously."
And I just love that. I think it does it really well. Like treating it. It's like. It is like pretty cartoony and like there's like slapstick and there's like funny like alien characters and stuff, but it takes like the emotion and like the characters very seriously. But it's like still like fun. It's really good.
Yeah, I don't want us to spoil anything, but there's an episode later on where the characters react to something in a certain way, and it's like, oh, of course I don't know how to explain it, but like it never feels like whoa, check it out, it's a superhero thing, but in real life, what the heck? And like it's never like that. Like the way characters react thing isn't like, whoa, they're reacting to it like it's a scary monster. It's like, no, they're just reacting. I don't know how to put it, but you know what I mean.
It's genuine. It's very genuine.
Yeah, it feels like a very genuine show.
Mhm.
I really am I like the art direction is just great. I'm excited to see more of it. I'm glad I can see more of it.
So this is usually the part of the show we talk about we played or watched this week. We don't have a lot of time for that, so I think we'll just kind of make this into so I think we've all played the same thing this week. We could just talk about Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury all together here.
Yeah. Oh, it's what's not to love. It's great. Bowser's Fury is fantastic. I adore it. I'm working on 100%ing it right now. I have like 70 something.
See, have you beaten it? I just want to double check before we say anything.
Oh,
I haven't even opened it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never.
Honest, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I really want to play it with you too.
Well, we're gonna play it. We have a stream planned next week.
Yep.
Do it. Don't worry. But yeah, I played 3D World.
I guess I'll just stand awkwardly over here.
I played 3D World on Switch. I'm Wii U. I was one of the Wii U owners. I owned it. This is the better version for sure.
Oh yeah, I mean Bowser's Fury alone, but yeah, I mean, I think the thing I will say about it is that when the online works, which for me has been consistent, it's worked for me. I've been playing with my girlfriend who lives halfway across the country. When it works fine. Like the only issue is that if you do not have stable internet, it will be super laggy and like impossible to play.
Yeah, because I played it with someone in Australia as like a test, and it worked pretty fine.
If you like Mario Odyssey and you're just wanting that little taste of something more, Bowser's Fury really feels like a little, just like a $5 DLC. That's underselling it, but it's like a $10 DLC that they just kind of snuck in to the 3D World port. It's really great. Like obviously you don't have Mario Odyssey's moveset, like you don't have Cappy and stuff, but it's really fun to like run around in this like Odyssey style like map as like Cat Mario or like the little like boomerang Mario. Like it's
Mario.
Yeah, it's really great. I think it's definitely just a standout right now. It's given me real, like, I get all talking about it makes me get all excited because like I just keep seeing like something on the horizon, like what's next. Like they're gonna combine all the really great new stuff because there's a lot of new stuff in Bowser's Fury that's like not in Odyssey.
Oh yeah,
like in terms of like little, and it's like, oh boy, I'm getting sweaty. Like there's gonna be some sort of something coming up, and it's just gonna be incredible. It's gonna just blow Mario Odyssey out of the water.
Yeah, I think what's really interesting is that like how they set up new collectibles real time. Like if you move, like it's really just pushing you to like move around and then come back. Like you finish a task there, and you move to a different island. You come back, and then there's like a new task ready for you to do. And it's like really interesting. I think it's like something I ended up enjoying better than like finding moons everywhere.
Oh, it's pretty seamless too. Like I didn't even really notice it was happening until this isn't really that much of a spoiler, but there's one area in the map that's like a coliseum kind of thing, and you go to it the first time and you fight the thing in it, and then you like, you kind of like, okay, that was fun, and you kind of wander around the map a bit, and then like you just look over in that direction again, and you're like, huh, something's a little different over there, and you go over and there's like a whole new tier, and it's not like they show a cutscene where like another tier gets added, or there's like a loading screen, or you go to a map and select a level. It's literally like you're walking around in a world, and then you look and something's different, something new for you to explore. It's incredible. It's so exciting, and it's seamless. You never notice it. I don't know how they did it.
They just did it, and like you could tell it's actually like causing a little bit of processing issues, but like it still looks really good, and I think it's really funny. I mean, they're really playing around with that fact. Like they have a task where you have to go to a different island and then come back with it.
Oh yeah.
the cat.
Yeah,
cat.
the cat.
I'll say that I didn't know this when I played it the first time, but you can pick up the cats and throw them on Plessy, and they'll ride with you,
Yeah.
and it's the best
Yeah,
thing.
you told me that, and I like immediately booted up my game and tried it, and I was like, "Oh my god,
It's
do
the
it!"
best. I'll say this game's a big one for Plessy fans everywhere.
Oh, definitely.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm so
Plessy,
glad.
I love Plessy.
Oh,
Like, riding on Plessy felt so good, gaining speed. It's really just fun to run around Plessy. And Plessy could even go onto like the land. You could even use Plessy as like a boost, like getting it up onto higher grounds if you're like good at it.
Oh, and the
Yoshi
music.
killer.
God, the music that plays when you ride Plessy.
Oh, the music in Bowser's Fury.
Oh, it's so good. It's just so good. It's just great. Like, I can't emphasize enough how much, like, I wish they would just sell Bowser's Fury as like a $10 game. They never ever would do that. But like, just this little kind of taste, something you can just, really sink your cat claws into.
That good.
Go on. Yeah, it's pretty damn good. I'll say this: Bowser Jr. As a Bowser Jr. fan, I am very glad whenever I get any Bowser Jr. content. He's consistently such a fun character, and there's some things later on, I don't want to spoil it, that really like indulges in a character triangle, like between like Mario, Bowser, and Bowser Jr. Like what the relationship is all to each other. I think it's very funny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Would you say Bowser Jr. is the plankton of Mario?
I don't know if I would go that far.
No, in terms of like, plankton. Like plankton's always like, you know what I mean? Like plankton's always like good.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But they never. I've never heard anyone say like, "Oh, I hate plankton." Like they really screwed up plankton here.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I get what you mean now.
Yeah.
I do like that. Yeah, Bowser Jr. has had such a strong presence in the more recent years of Mario games. Like he was in Mario and Rabbids. He's did the whole Paper Mario thing.
Yeah.
And now they're bringing him back yet again. That like they're doing this 3D world port, and since he's nowhere to be seen in like the original 3D world, they're like, let's put him in here. We want Bowser Jr. He's a fun character.
Also,
it's fun to have him.
In case you were worried, Toadette does make an appearance in this. I won't say where, but she is there.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Speaking of Toadette, there was just a minor thing. There was like something found that it seems like she was supposed to be playable, like main 3D world at some point.
Yeah.
I would have preferred her to Blue Toad, but I guess I don't know. Would it still make sense that her fast run?
I feel like they probably just kind of had both of them. You could just like press like L or R to like choose which one you wanted. Each have the same stats.
That's what they did that with Yellow Toad and Blue Toad and the new Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. That would have been neat. Yeah. I like the Toads. I'm a Toad person.
Yeah, you seem like a Toad type of person.
I like Toads too. I think they're fine. I like Toadette.
Look at Halo the Bow.
Hey Ryan.
Yeah.
Can you give me a Toad impression now? Go.
Hello, I can. Ready to start the trailer? Yellow Toad, I am Blue Toad. You got the popcorn, butter, root beer with ginger straw, right here.
I got a nachos right here.
All right, Rosa, it's your turn. Rosa, what can you give me some Toad lines? You're all auditioning for the role of Toad in the Mario Park, the theme park. So let's hear it. Really give it your all.
Welcome to the theme park. Wow, who wants some nachos? Very nice and cheesy.
You got a very soft and warm Toad voice.
Yeah, you do have a very reserved Toad voice. Now, Seep, let's hear something.
It's time to rock and roll.
You sound like a Teen Girl Squad character.
That's what he says in the cartoon when he puts on the sunglasses.
Yeah, of course, boy. I love it.
you know something I played this week that I didn't. What was it, Bowser's Fury? Something I watched.
Yeah,
you all played Bowser's Fury.
Yeah, you can have a turn with one thing.
And I watched The Great North.
Okay.
What is that?
What is that?
It's the latest sitcom on Fox.
Oh, this is the Bob's Burgers show.
It's not Bob's Burgers.
This is the third show they made with the same art style.
Yeah. I mean, Central Park, when Central Park came out, I was like, okay, like, Bob's Burgers was like, they made that years ago. I'm fine with like another show that has the same like trademark art style. Like Matt Groening did it. They could get away with this. But then this came out like out of nowhere. Where did this come from?
I
The
have no
Great
idea.
North? Does anybody in the chat even know what this is? What the Great North is? I bet there are so many people that don't know what this is. Do you know what this is, Lou?
Is this that cartoon that has that like girl who sings a song in a high school cafeteria, or is that a different one?
No, that's
Different
Central
one.
Park. That's Central
That's
Park.
Central Park. Okay, then I have no idea.
Central Park. Came out like
I'm
a
gonna
year ago.
hold on. Let me the Central North. Is that what it's called?
No.
the Great North.
Great North.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at
Take me home.
let me look at images. Okay, I see it is definitely Bob's Burgers, but no, I have not even seen a lick of this online. Not even from you, which is surprising.
Yeah,
I feel like you would
I-
tweet about it.
You're the Duncanville liker.
Yeah, so
Okay.
hey,
came out,
Steve, what is Duncanville coming back?
It's supposed to be. They said they're working on season 2. I haven't seen any Dunk news yet though. Stay strong, Buccaneers. We'll have our day. I woke up early in the morning for the Nintendo Direct and Duncanville did not show up at all.
So are you saying that like so the Great North, like is it like a Canada thing? Like it's like we're so Canadian. Because maybe there's like a
Not-
different market. Like Central
Well-
Park is for us Americans, and
Hey,
the Great
hold on. Central Park is for Americans.
Oh my god.
The Great North is for Canadians, and Bob's Burgers is for everyone.
Everyone. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if it's specifically in Canada. I guess it could be like Canada, Alaska, whatever. It could be just like Bob's Burgers, where it's just an unspecified like type of setting that it's in. Like Bob's Burgers is like a like New Jersey, like by the docks sort of like town.
Yeah.
Central Park is a big city show, and this is their like in the middle of nowhere like snow cabin show.
Yeah, everyone can relate to that.
Yeah, I mean, the thing I could say about it is, I mean, it's good, but like, it's Bob's Burgers with like different characters and a different setting, which is good. I mean, if you want that,
Mhm.
but I've only seen the first episode. I think they've only aired like 1 or 2 so far.
Mhm.
But if you don't think you're going to be into that, then there's not really another edge to it. Like with Central Park, it's like a musical.
Yeah.
So I think that was its sort of thing.
It is?
It is.
Yeah, it has like.
Did you not know that?
I thought there was just. I did not know that. I just knew about that one song. Do you
Oh,
think
no,
I watched
there's-
Central Park?
There's like 3 or 4 songs every episode.
Yeah, and they're
Really?
pretty good songs.
Yeah, they're pretty solid.
That's pretty impressive. Maybe I'll check it out.
I think it's a good show.
There's a few songs like, okay, you just needed like another song in this episode, but there's a lot of them that are pretty damn solid.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I'll check it out. Where do you watch it?
Apple TV.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Lou, look, come here. Hey, there's a website
Yeah, okay,
called
hold on.
like.
Okay.
There's a website called like Kiss Cartoon. You can maybe find it there. Just to let you know. Okay.
Okay, sounds good. Cool.
Cool.
Sure, it's not like illegal. Is it illegal?
Don't worry about it.
Okay,
Don't worry about
all right. So yeah, I'll definitely get Apple TV. It's on my list. I'm gonna do it.
I have to say though, I might sell you on the Great North right now.
Okay.
No, I don't think you're going to.
Oh, I think I am. It has a starring role with Will Forte.
Yeah, that's it.
It's me, Will Forte. I'm an actor. I
I
do good comedy roles.
I am curious though why they haven't. It's like what you were saying. You really got my gears turning when you said, good old Matt. He did The Simpsons and then he did Futurama. And he really did like a genre shift there with the like, or at least a setting shift in a way, where it's like in the future and there's a bunch of space stuff and aliens and robots and stuff. It was like different. With like these, it's just it really is just they're like moving slightly around the globe. It's not like anything like like I guess the musicals thing would be kind of genre breaking, but I just think that's funny. Like the Bob's Burgers people, they could go to space or something. They could do like a caveman show. I want them to do a caveman show.
No, fuck that. No caveman show. If they do a caveman show, I'm not watching it. No.
Why not? What's wrong with?
I hate caveman shows.
Named Unga?
No, I hate caveman shows. Caveman shows fucking suck. I hate all of them. I hate cavemen so much.
Do you hate the Croods?
I hate them. Yeah.
Eep?
You hate the Croods in New Age?
Yeah.
Did that movie come out?
Yeah, it did.
Was it good?
Shea Frills Production said it was good.
Who?
Don't worry about it.
No, I don't. The only YouTuber's opinion I care about is hold on. Arlo. Yeah, what is Arlo gonna talk about?
What?
It's Arlo.
It's taking that long to think of Arlo?
I'm trying to think of a YouTuber, and I didn't want to say Arlo, but he was the only person I could think of besides Nintendo, and I didn't want to say Nintendo again because I always default to him when I have to think of a YouTuber. It's like, oh, it's Arlo.
Are we legally allowed to use Nintendo?
What's Pat Mac's opinion on? What's Pat Mac's opinion on the Croods?
Yeah.
You're just saying names at me. Who are these people?
What is German? What is German 985 gonna do the Croods stream?
Okay, I know that one. I know German.
What is James gonna do about the cartoons?
Rolf?
I'd like to see Jim Starling's opinion.
Yeah. Honestly,
I want to see what they say.
I feel like, what does Mr. Chuck Conroy think about the Croods?
Hey, what about the what are they called? The grumpy gamers. What about them?
What are we talking about the Croods?
Yeah, like what if like Aaron Hansen's like, Aaron Handsome's like he's like, I love the Croods. I watch it all the time, and then suddenly DreamWorks stock goes up like 10 million because the game.
Bye.
I really want to know what Snapcube's thinking about the Croods. What'd she think?
It's just gonna go on.
I wonder what Mariah Elizabeth, creator of the Squishy Makeover series, thinks about.
I think Kat and Chris could have something interesting about the Croods. We need to stop this right now. We're just saying.
Are you ready to start the trailer, Barry the Octopus?
What does Philbo think of the Croods?
Okay.
Philbo is a Crood.
He is one. I was gonna say something about the Great North like 2 minutes ago.
Oh yes,
it's gone. It's gone.
Tell me about it.
No, it's past. Whatever. No, I was just gonna say like the sitcom family formula. I imagine that's just a thing with like Fox shows. They seem pretty like I feel like they want to have their lineup be shows that are all kind of like a similar thing. Like you got Family Guy, The Simpsons, Bob's Burgers, and then Duncanville. And you could just put the Great North right in there, and it's like, oh, it's a little family show. I mean, it's a good little family show. I've seen one episode.
You keep like reiterating that, like, listen, I don't know anything about the Big North, but
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know if it like takes a dramatic like BoJack-esque turn at some point.
It has like a really deep episode about like dying and like dealing with your inner demons.
Yeah, there's a gay character there.
Yeah?
That's pretty good. They have like a gay son. You like that? You gotta watch it now?
No.
They have a gay son? Why would that matter?
I don't know, it's just like they have a gay son.
I thought Gene from Bob's Burgers was gay, isn't he?
I mean, he's like...
He's exploring.
Yeah, he doesn't know that yet. We haven't reached that point in his life, I don't think.
Okay. That's fair.
According to Rosa, Bob is bisexual and Linda's into getting to a polycule, so...
Yeah, I mean, Bob being bisexual, that's confirmed, right?
Yeah, they had...
Like, it was like Linda would be okay with Bob getting a boyfriend and then starting a polycule.
Like, Bobby!
She'd be like, oh, Bobby, is that your boyfriend?
Yeah, Linda.
I don't really like to mix my worlds too much. He's like, oh no, invite him for dinner. It'll be fun.
I feel like this is why Disney doesn't want to show anything from the movie because it's going to be about this.
Bob's Burger, how he made the polycule burger.
I know we're off the Croods too, but I really want to know what Good Vibes Gaming thinks of the Croods too.
What do you mean we're off the Croods? We were never on the Croods too. You're just saying things.
What does Melton think?
Yeah.
I wonder what the completionist thinks
guys,
of the
it's me.
Croods too.
Did he
Melton the
complete the
Kid.
Croods too? Can he complete the Croods
yeah,
too?
I want to know
On
if
my
I should
journey to complete the Croods 2, I experienced 300 deaths. 5. Dun dun dun.
I really want to know what else Supersonic Q thinks of the Croods too. I gotta know.
I want to know what you know. What I think we should go to one of the guy the original video, one of the more original video game guys. I want to know what Adam Sessler of X-Play thinks about the Croods too. I think he should come back. Do you know Adam Sessler from X-Play? Do you know what X-Play is? Are you too young for that?
I think we're all too young for that.
No, I know what that is.
No, you're not all.
You do?
Not all.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay,
It's
actually,
down there.
I'm sorry. I am like the youngest one. I'm the
Okay, so
baby
for
of the group.
for the babies in the audience, back before like putting gaming stuff on YouTube and making like, you know, your like literally everyone we just named, all those people, you would have to watch TV and watch a channel, G4, and there was a show on it called
Okay,
X-Play.
all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
starring Adam
I know what that
Sessler
is.
and Morgan Webb, and they
I
would
just
talk
don't
about
know
video
their
games.
names.
Hey, can I
Yeah,
ask
they
you?
would talk about video games and like upcoming releases and cheat codes and stuff, and then they would also like show E3 on that channel.
Oh
like,
yeah,
when it
that's
was showing
where
it.
it was.
Mhm.
And so if you had to watch it on there, because like YouTube was kind of still becoming a thing and become like, you know, people didn't, you know, do that. But anyway, I do want to know what G4's judgment.
I am a little curious. I am a little curious what Super Mario Logan thinks of the Croods too.
Oh my god. That should have been a part of our news thing. Can we talk about what happened?
No,
with that?
No.
It's so funny. That is so funny. Do you know what
We've been
happened?
at this for No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Half the names you
Super
people
Mario.
say, I don't know who you're talking about. I don't watch YouTubers.
We have to talk about we
Okay,
have to
please
talk-
explain. I would need you to explain it to me in the most like
Okay.
as if I know nothing, but not too much. Like I don't need to
So-
know everything.
All right, let me break it down. Super Mario Logan is a plush Mario YouTube channel. He makes videos about Mario plush characters going on adventures. He's been doing this like he was like 13, and it was cute and charming when he was like 13, just having fun. But now it's like a whole business thing, and it's like basically teetering on like a Spider-Man Elsa Anna type thing, where the videos look like
Okay.
very cutesy and like friendly in the thumbnails, but the videos are actually like South Park-esque, like horrible little things. Like they swear, they say like slurs or like about like horrible things, like, but they're very much advertised towards kids. Like they have like lunch boxes, like school supplies you can buy on the official website, and like the main joke is like it's an autistic kid.
Okay.
So Nintendo sent them a cease and desist saying, "Hey, your channel fucking sucks. Stop using our characters."
Oh, the letter they sent is so funny. And it's just like
oh,
everyone
is that I think I've seen the letter. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
your thing discriminates against women, LGBT groups, and just like
it's just
racist,
so many yeah.
Yeah.
Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter kind of stuff. Like
Yeah.
that's what that was for.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, I don't know who this guy is. So he had to stop then, right? Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't.
He uses like puppets that look like vaguely are based off them now, and it's very funny whenever Nintendo takes out a project. People are like, "Oh, this is another kind of Nintendo taking out a fan thing." But for this, everyone was like, "He fucking deserved it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was like making money off of this, right? Like this was his job.
Oh, he's like
or
he's
something.
like he's like a millionaire. He's got like 2 Lamborghinis.
Holy shit! Oh god! I hope this
And
was his
like a-
only source of income. I hope
and like
he
a
just
kid.
burns.
And like a
God.
kid too.
I don't think he has
He has a kid.
I don't think he has a
Oh,
kid.
I remember hearing he had a kid on the way or something.
I don't think so.
Oh god.
There was some
Oh.
drama with like his like significant other or something. I don't know. I
Oh god.
That's hilarious. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm so glad I now know about that and how much he has crashed and burned now.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
best news we've gotten all day.
All right, we've got it for so long. We can take like a couple of questions. This is the question part. We'll take like 2 or 3. This is the part of the show where you ask a question and we'll answer it. Go on, kids, get crazy. Let's end this on a funny note.
Are we allowed to release this Pat Mac statement
Yeah,
here?
I'm gonna put it on screen at the very end. I'm sure he'll be fine with his opinions on the Croods 2 being public.
Okay.
Did he really give an answer?
Yeah. We got our first answer. Everyone else has a reply. The completionist to reply right now.
completionist. Wait, okay, I'm sorry. Pat Mac. I don't know who's Pat Mac.
He's the
Can you
Mario.
tell me?
Yeah, you know, like those like history of Mario plush videos type things. Have you watched one of those?
Yeah, I've seen one of those. Oh,
Yeah.
those are so lovely. I like the vibes on those.
Yeah, I love
the
them.
Proto-Moto.
Yeah,
I
I
hope.
think I'm subscribed. Like I said, I don't watch a lot of YouTube people, but I've seen some of those. Those are good videos. Good job, Pat Mac. I don't know who you are, but I like
Yeah.
your videos.
I hope Pat Mac knows that the joke about Proto is the funniest thing anyone's ever said ever.
What do you want out of Paddington 3? Okay.
Everything.
I want. Oh god. So Paddington 2 is so delightful because it largely takes place with Paddington being in jail, and he just, with his whimsy and his good nature, makes the prison a much more better place for the inmates. Everyone's a little kinder, everyone's a little gentler, and he's really just like, yeah, this place sucks, we need to liven it up, this is unfair, we shouldn't be like this. He's like, fuck prisons, except in a Paddington way, so very gently. But it's cool. So what I want out of 3 is, I think that it should be like, I think Paddington should like have to grapple with maybe like a dark side version of himself, like a shadow Paddington. And it's like, the part of him that like, wants to cause chaos on purpose, because Paddington movies are those movies where like the funny animal creature like makes a big mess, like pushes someone into a big cake on accident. And like sometimes that can be seen as, negative or, bad. So I want him to like have a moment where he's like looking at the trailer is like soft music playing, he's looking in the like mirror brushing his teeth or something, and then like the mirror like shapes into like a shadow Paddington, and like he's like wouldn't it be so lovely to like ruin the family's dinner, and he's like, what? No, I don't want to do that. And then as he's sitting at the dinner table, he thinks about how funny it would be to like throw mashed potatoes at the missus, and he's like, no, I don't want to, but he does, and everyone's like, Paddington, like, what's gotten into you? And it's like, dramatic. It's like he's grappling with himself, and then like his clone self like bursts out of him, and he has to like duel with it. Anyway, I don't want to give away the spoilers from the movie, so you're just gonna have to watch Paddington 3 when it comes out.
Is the shadow Paddington called Baddington?
Oh,
yes.
That's so good.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm on board. All right.
Somebody asked, what cons would you like to go to once COVID's done?
And do you have any con stories? Oh, do I have con stories?
I'll say mine.
I do.
I'll say mine off the back because I don't have much to say. I've been to one con ever. It was like a con in the local area. I don't have much to say about it. But when they come back, I like to go to any fucking con. I just want to see people. I just want to go to any con any of my friends are going to. I just want to see people. I'm so desperate to like see anyone.
Come to
You should go to WonderCon.
What
New York Comic Con.
Come to New York Comic Con with me.
That's true. We could do that.
Come to San Diego Comic Con with me.
You could come to the Comic Con we got here in Alabama. It's pretty big.
We
got rhythm games.
All right, we all need to be in the middle. New York, California. What's in the middle of that?
Texas.
No, it's like Oklahoma.
Oklahoma Comic Con. We're going to Oklahoma Comic Con, everyone.
We're gonna see it from Jurassic Park in real life.
But actually, I do have like Comic Con story.
Ooh, go on.
This is just something I sort of witnessed. Aside from like finding like a dungeon of Kirk X Spock, I can't remember if it was in the same year or different year, but for some reason, during the New York Comic Con, they had like a booth selling like body pillows.
No.
Like under each characters too.
Just like Brody Con.
Yeah. And then the next year, it was gone.
That is like just a brief tangent. It was so fucked up. There was a My Little Pony convention, and they were selling fucking body pillows of like the little kid characters there, and none of the people running that con think this is a little weird, isn't it?
Yeah, we should maybe not allow this, huh?
You should hear about other like Brody Cons disasters.
See if I know you have a ton to share. What's your favorite?
Can you tell that my kids love your story?
Rebel Taxi.
Yeah, I was gonna tell that one. That's probably the best con story I have.
Yeah.
Where I saw Pan Pizza of Rebel Taxi goes to San Diego Comic Con every year, and he's pretty easy to find because I mean, I think we usually go to like the same kind of panels. It's like cartoon stuff. So, I think for like 2 years in a row, in 2018 and 2019, I would sort of like follow him, and I just give him. I would like shake his hand and say like, "Oh hey, my kid loves your videos. He watches them on his iPad. We love your animated atrocity series." I've probably walked up to him like 3 different times and said that to him. I was dressed as Captain Toad one of those times. And so if you, in like his Comic-Con 2019 coverage video, I think, you can see there's one moment I gave him like a little like piece of paper where I wrote that message on it. It said like, "I love my kids love your videos on their iPad." And I drew a little picture of myself, and he put that in the video. Like, so I'm in. If you watch that for like 3 seconds, you can see my little message for Pan Pizza. I'm immortalized in Rebel Taxi canon.
Oh my god. I
Yeah.
got a question about Rebel Taxi.
Yeah.
It looks like he smells. Does he smell?
That's so
That's
mean.
well, I don't know. Comic-Con, when you're like indoors at Comic-Con, there's kind of always a smell, I think. Yeah, I'm not gonna say he smells. I don't know what he smells like. I didn't try.
I just want to know if he
If I ever
smells,
get
not
another
how he smells.
opportunity,
I
I
I wouldn't want to
Get
know what he smells like. I just
Get a
wanna
big
know.
whiff. Just really soak
Yeah.
him in.
I'll just go like up to his ear. I'll get arrested.
It's not a weird
I-
thing. Someone
I-
just asked.
Oh god. Well, I've been to a ton of cons. I've been going to them since I was like pretty young, which is probably not great, but cons. I've been going to a lot of anime cons, which is not great for a young child. One of my fondest, earliest memories of a con is going like standing in line to get my like pass thing. I was like, I don't know, 12 or something, and there was like a bunch of Hitalia cosplayers.
Oh no!
And like I was just like, I don't know what that is, and then I soon found out what it was because they were very loud. But I have I think 2. One for a more recent and then con I went to. Actually, like right before things started to shut down, I went to like a con that was really cool. It had like a really big arcade room with like a bunch of like rhythm games, a big taiko drum machine, which I was really into because I've only ever played the home console version, which is fine, but you know, it doesn't compare to the real thing. And I went to a Rob Paulson panel because he was there. And I sat kind of in the front. And one of the funniest things he said in that entire thing is like, I think somebody asked him a question like, you know, what's a role that, you know, people ask you about a lot and like you're kind of annoyed about. And he said, I shit you not, he's like, yeah, there was some character I voiced like ages ago. I don't know like what his deal is, but people always ask me about him and I don't
Is it
care about
Bubsy?
him. I don't know anything. And he was like, it's like some like Bubsy, I think. And everyone fucking like lost their minds. They were just like laughing. He was like, I don't know who that is. Why does it matter? And, like I did one voice like 20 years ago and I like people won't stop asking me about it. I barely remember the character's name. I just think that's
Didn't one of you ask Tom Kenny about elf bowling once?
That was Seep.
Yeah, I have a phone recording of him talking about working on elf bowling. He said he went to this guy's house and it was like really shady to like record lines for Rapple, the rapping elf.
Not Rapple.
Yeah.
I have another one that's kind of just I feel like a general like a strange experience I had. So I went to a Dragon Ball convention called Kamea-Con
Ooh.
and I cosplayed as a character and I prepared myself in advance. This was the second time me doing this cosplay. The first time I did it at some like anime convention and not enough people recognized it because it was like a kind of more obscure Dragon Ball character. So I knew I was safe. But at this Dragon Ball convention, I was like, okay, I'm really like making myself vulnerable here because this character, her name is Ribrianne, and she's a big lady. And she's like strong and she fights Goku and she's cool. I like her. But she is one of the most hated like new Dragon Ball characters because she's a fat lady who like is like can keep up with Goku and keep up with that for some reason. But I love her. I think she's really great. So I cosplayed as her, and I like really put a lot of effort into it. And I was like, okay, here's the big day. I'm gonna go out there as Ribrianne. I'm gonna like hopefully not be like killed, and because people, how I don't know if you know how Dragon Ball male fans can be, like they're weird, and they just like if the woman character isn't sexy to them, then they just like think she sucks. So I was like, I was actually getting some good reception, and I was like feeling really good, and I was standing around waiting for my friend to get out of something, and like some people were passing by, and like one of them was like, yo, like, hey, your costume's really cool. And I was like, oh, thank you, the usual con stuff. And they're like, yeah, I really, really hate that character, but the costume's cool. And I like looked at them and I was like, well, I really like the character. That's why I dressed up as her. Like, why would you say that, buddy?
Yeah.
It was so baffling. It's like people have no like no respect. It's like, I just don't understand it. Like, if you don't like a character, just don't like comment on my cosplay. Like, it's like I had the whole face paint on and the stupid little costume on, and I'm just like, okay, thanks. The day was made though, but I went to like the artist alley, like merch booth places, and there was these guys there who were like, I don't know, I think they were like promoting a gym or something, which I thought was kind of funny. And they were like dressed up as like Goku or something, and they looked at me and they said, oh my god, can we get a picture with you? Oh my god. And there's just these two ripped dudes, and they made me stand behind their booth and I took a picture with them. I just had good memories for that. So that was, so there's good and there's bad, but I will not be returning to the Dragon Ball convention. Because what's his face was there too. Vic what's his face.
Oh no.
That was awful. I hated him.
Oh man. Lou, can I ask you
Sure.
a con question?
Yeah.
This is something I've been meaning to bring this up for a year and a half now.
Why? Okay.
Lou, you and I, we've been on like several podcasts since then. Every single time I've wanted to bring this up, but I just forget. Because it was Halloween night of 2019.
Oh boy.
And I got a package in the mail.
Oh my god.
It was from Lou.
Oh.
This happened. It was so like spooky. They were like, you were talking to me about like, oh, can I get your address? Can I really I really need your address. I really need to send you this thing. Like, oh, could you remind me to send you this? This must have been going on for months. And I don't think I've ever like really publicly said what this is. Maybe I did once like, a while ago. But I haven't done on any like public like podcast-esque forum. I opened this package up. Well, first things first. Yeah. I open it up and it's like covered with like sticky notes that say like beware or something like that, with like ominous messages taped all over.
I think it was something like the curse is now yours or something, like I was passing along something very like disturbing and like evil to you.
It was just covered in these, and I was peeling off these sticky notes, and it was slowly revealing a Nostalgia Critic Reloaded DVD. Not just that, signed by Doug Walker.
Oh my god.
Do you still have it?
I'm holding it in my hands right now.
Oh my god. Dun, dun, dun.
It has little art of it. It has little like Doug Walker MS Paint art in it. It's true. I'm just like kick-ass character.
Oh my god.
I've been meaning to bring this up for so long.
You know you have a real treasure there. There's people who would pay good money for that.
I know, and you know the weirdest thing is, I don't want to give this up. I don't want to just like throw this out there. Like, this is like an heirloom now. I have to like
family.
Well, yes, I passed it on to you. I've held on to it for much too long, and it was just like burning a hole in my like. I don't even know, in my heart, in my soul. I had this thing. It's signed. I'm not shitting you not. That is a limited edition, like limited run, physical
Where
run.
Did you get it?
Like, I got it. I bought it when it came out.
Why?
Why?
I was like 13. What do you want from me?
How much
You were
was it?
13, huh? Oh, it says this material on this DVD is strongly suggested for people over the age of 18. Watch out,
I
kids.
did. You know what? I've never
You
even
should
watched the
have-
damn thing. I didn't watch it. I have never
okay.
put it into a DVD player. Why would I? Those things are available online. You don't you don't need it.
But you could.
But
Do they have special features like the special live review of Twilight Breaking Dawn 2?
I have not watched that. You can watch it though. You have the DVD. But yeah,
Yes, I have.
this is something I've had for a really, really long time, and I didn't know what to do with it because it felt kind of like a waste to just like throw it away, you know?
Yeah. This has
Like-
Ego Raptor in it. I didn't even. It says Ego
Like,
Raptor
you
and Doug.
can't-
Best nostalgia critic moments.
Yeah, you can't just like throw it away. Like I didn't know what to do with it, and then what was that? 2019. I must have been moving at the time, and I was like getting rid of a bunch of stuff. Like I was literally like donating stuff, and I was like, "What do I do with this?" And I thought I should give it to Seep, and I just wanted to give it to you, and I kept forgetting, and I had to be like, I was like, "Please remind me to send. I gotta send you this thing," and I didn't want to tell you what it was because you wouldn't. I don't know. It would ruin it. Like
Yeah.
somehow. So
I'm
and then when I
glad
was
you
like
didn't.
packing, I was packing it in like this, I don't even remember, it was like a little envelope thing or a box, I don't even remember. And I was like, okay, but it's gonna be lame if they just open it and like there it is. And I just like looked to the side and there was just a shit ton of sticky notes. So I just grabbed them and started slapping them over the box and like writing on them
Oh.
furiously. And then I shoved it into the packaging and I didn't look back. It's yours now. Congratulations.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has Egoraptor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which it does it have? Is it like the Egoraptor era when he looked GNC as fuck?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's pre Aaron Hansen got a scar on his face, and so he has permanent like facial hair to cover it.
You're all gonna try me. You're all insane.
He did look. He did. He did at one point.
This show is entering the threshold that I think this is like where we got when we started talking about like Kirby character political alignments. Where it's still
How-
passing
wait,
the
I have a
point.
question.
Where...
Yeah?
How long do these episodes usually go?
Like 2 hours?
It is almost 3 hours.
I realized this, yes!
Should we stretch this out for another 16 minutes? Just to say like
Yeah,
this
why
is our
not?
3-hour
Yeah.
episode.
Sure, I guess
It's a
so.
3-hour special.
That's what we were. That's the whole thing we were saying like before this happened because like we had like so much news to cover. Like we'd say like this is going to be the longest podcast ever.
I will say, I will say, see, it is really funny because we have had you on my gym partners at podcast like multiple times, and I've
Yeah.
been on this. I've been on Ready to Start
This is your
like
third.
once or twice.
This is
It's
your
my third
third.
time now, and then we also have done like the Luigi's Mansion stream stuff. Like
Yeah.
it is, and then we've also been on calls together, and you've never mentioned this, like ever. Like you've never talked about receiving it. I almost like if you hadn't said it now, I think it would have left my memory. I don't think I would remember it. So
God.
I'm really glad you brought it up. It's history now.
I'm
Remember
so
me.
glad. It was just the perfect storm of like it just happened to be like on my mind, and then you happened to be our guest on this episode that happened to be on this day. Like if things didn't align like this, we could have been sitting on this for another like 7 months until I brought this up. Like,
And
I-
when you're featured in the Speakle eventually. Hey, which movie
Yeah.
would you want to watch? Let me know.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah, well, how about all of you? Yeah, if you had to
Oh.
come on the Speakle and watch
Oh,
like
God.
a sequel movie, which one would you want to watch?
It'd have to be Ice Age, probably. I've like built Ice Age as part of my brand at this point. It'd have to be Ice Age, probably.
The Doug
Okay.
Walker movies.
Which one?
The Doug Walker movies.
Oh, I do that too, but I don't want to. I don't want to expose anyone to that.
Do that.
Would you do that on the Speakle? Does that count?
No, I don't think we would.
Oh, okay.
I
We
think-
have
what are the-
sequels, or at least
I think. Right,
one
hey,
Doug movie.
hey, Rose and Seep, we should start a podcast called Evil Speakle, and that's what we do.
We just do
Wait,
like
how many open seasons are there? Are there 3?
there's like 4, I think.
Yeah, we'll probably
honestly.
do open season. If there's our requirement is that there has to be at least 3 movies.
Yeah.
So if there's 3, then we'll do open season probably.
I don't know what movies are there. I'd have to like look at a huge
We have a
list
huge
then.
we have a huge list in our server. I can give you some just kind of ideas of like generally what
Yeah.
we've been looking at.
Okay.
Like, okay, so kind of on the docket is we're trying to stay away from like, you know, Toy Story and
fair
Kung
enough.
Fu Panda, like stuff that's super well known, and it's just like, because then it'd just be us talking about like, oh, these movies are good. We definitely are
Yeah.
going to do the High School Musical trilogy.
Oh, yes.
I really, really like those movies. All the Beverly Hills Chihuahuas, Alpha and Omega, Ice Age is on there for sure.
Oh, thank God.
We're thinking about maybe doing the Saw franchise, but we don't know. We're still working on that because there's like 8 of those.
I do want to bring something
God.
up. I do want to bring something up. There are 3, count them 3, Rugrats movies.
Oh, you know, I could talk about Rugrats. That's something I
Okay.
could do.
All right,
Yeah.
yeah, we can totally do that. We have I just see a note here that says Fred movies. Did Fred have 3 movies?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
well then that would be one of them. Definitely.
All right. I could also do Child's Play.
Okay, sure. That would be fun.
Last night I had a dream that Rugrats in Paris, and it was all of Paris burning to the ground.
Oh, we did.
Splatoon.
Well, we had we thought about the Land Before Time movies, but I know there's that one YouTuber lady who just like reviewed them not too long ago. So if we ever did those, it'd probably not be for a while because there's like 14 of those.
Oh yeah.
And so that would be like our only thing we reviewed all year is to just talk about Land Before Time.
Oh my God, that's true.
As for the Star Wars stuff, we actually have thought about Star Wars, but that's probably going to be like a last resort kind of thing because like everybody said stuff about Star Wars. We're more interested in talking about movies that nobody talks about. Like we're definitely doing Brave Little Toaster because nobody talks about that. That's why we did Stuart Little. That's why we did like nobody's given Alvin and the Chipmunks as nuances of a take as we are. We are diving into it. We are pulling it apart at the seams. We care too much about these movies, and that's why you should listen to our podcast. If you want to hear me go on about like the parallels between the Brave Little Toaster song "Worthless" and then the one in Brave Little Toaster Goes to Mars where it's about the balloons. I forget what that one's called, but it's like floating. I think the parallels between Worthless and Floating are like they're there and they're incredible, and I'm like really excited to talk about them. So I just get ready for that. That's going to happen.
Can I reveal something? When I was in high school, when I was like on the bus, like my school sometimes, or like on the way home, one of my favorite songs to listen to was the song "Worthless" from Brave Little Toaster, and I think that explains a lot about how I was in high school.
Oh my God. Was
That's
that
a
your
good
like
song.
angsty Linkin Park song?
Yeah, it's "Worthless" from the Brave Little Toaster.
I adore Brave Little Toaster, and I just want to give these like we take them too seriously, but in a way that I think is kind of just it's fun. I really like talking about these kinds of dumb movies and trying to take them seriously, even though like we're giving them way too much credit. But it's a fun time. So and we'd love to have any one of you 3 on it anytime.
I'd be delighted to talk about any. I love stupid baby films.
We've got to make our speak sonas. I've already considered
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Maybe I'm preemptive on my end, but
No, I mean you know your role in this organization.
all right.
But yeah, think of yours. Okay. Well, I'm
Among
looking forward
Us?
to it.
It
Come
would
to
look
life.
like Among Us.
Okay, that's fun. I like
What
that.
are you like working at the facility and you have a big Among Us suit?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be in my frog spaceship that's always in the starting soon screen.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So
Yeah.
this is very important you all know. Speakable and my streams take place in the same universe, but Ready to Start the Podcast is separate from both of them. Take notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Your
those
stream
unaware.
takes place after it takes place in the 3rd season when you go to space.
Yeah, when the
Yeah.
Speakable cast launches off into space away from the
Yeah.
evil organization, or
Yeah.
I would say
the Dome
questionable
Project.
the Dome Project. Yeah, our podcast takes place in our own little world we've created. It doesn't really have anything to do with what we talk about, but it's a setting piece. So if you'd like to, if you like weird kind of like 70s sci-fi vibe stuff, that's kind of the vibe of the podcast right now.
Not to like bring the curtain up, there was a point in time where I considered like making both the owner of the theater for this show and like an employee, like having them as characters who just kind of exist in the theater that we quote unquote do the show in. But like is that too much? Is that too much for a stupid little Scooby-Doo name?
No, absolutely not.
The employee name is Skim and Seep.
No, it's
no, definitely. No, that would be really fun. No, it's fun to create little stuff like that, and that's why we made a whole like there's like lore in the background of our podcast that we just don't talk about.
I love the dedication to that.
I feel like we have lore, but it's
when
like,
we sign off.
But it's like the dumbest lore in the world. We're like, oh, we live in a movie theater, and also the movie theater can go time travel, and it will get launched into space in a dome. And there's a Skin of Seep. He's a character who exists.
I feel like I need to write a document about the Skin of Seep.
I got a question.
Yeah?
Huh?
What does the Skin of Seep look like to you people?
Oh, that's a good question.
I kind of, that SpongeBob episode where like Plankton walks around Sandy's skin? That's what kind of I imagine looking like.
That's the exact mental image I had too. Or like a Furby, like when you take the fur off.
Oh my god.
Something like that. I think it's sort of like, it's like a kind of ghost. I'm a metaphorical skin.
Remember, let's all take a trip down memory lane. Remember when Schnozmo was the big joke of the show?
Is he not?
We've evolved so far past Schnozmo at this point.
No,
was that the first thing we ever said?
That was like one of the first things we've done was Schnozmo.
Man. Oh, are you gonna put up that Pat Mac thing on the screen?
I guess I should, yeah. We're nearing the end. I might as well remember do that now before I forget.
Yeah.
Always bring Schnozmo back. Do we need to? What more can you do with Schnozmo? He's a meme character.
He's a meme bait character.
Yeah.
Is it? What's that word? Oh.
Here we go.
I've seen it. Sorry, go on.
I've seen it once. I remember not one thing about it. However, I know that Croods 2 is the first financially successful film post-COVID, so it's got that. We got our first Croods 2 review.
Woo! Thank you, Pat Mac. Thanks.
The first Croods 2 review ever made.
Nick is asking, what is the lore behind the Otis fan? Well, if you want to know that, you have to meet me in the barnyard.
I wish there were 3 Barnyard movies.
Oh, God.
Me too.
Technically, the 2 seasons.
2 seasons. Oh, let me look at my... Oh, you know what? News we didn't talk about.
Yeah?
The title, the official title for the Sonic the Hedgehog movie
what is
sequel.
it? Oh, what is
been
it?
revealed.
What is it?
All right. All right, get ready for this. The title is Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Fuck yes!
Fuck
yeah!
Yeah, that's pretty progress.
Yeah.
Do you think Sonic will be in it?
No.
You want some news?
You
want some exciting news?
Yeah.
Twitter suspended me.
What is it this time?
That's why when I made the tweet announcing this, I had to say Lou of Speakable instead of adding your Twitter.
Instead of adding my main Twitter, which got suspended because of something so stupid. I'm so mad about it. I'm working on getting it back. So my @ is like @KingDDD. Like that's my @ that's me. But if you go to it right now, it's suspended because they DMCA'd a video I made like 2 or 3 years ago, and it's like I made a meme video like using clips from the anime Kaiba, which is a really, really great anime. It's on Crunchyroll. Check it out. It's like one of those animes that doesn't have an official English dub, and for like a really long time was like hard to watch. Like you had to buy like back alley like like anime DVDs to watch it. But it's great. But anyway, I made like a really stupid like meme video like, using clips from it. Like I'm talking like like the SNL short sketch where it's like dear sister and then he keeps getting shot. I made that but with Kaiva clips because there's some like scenes in it that like fit it really well and I thought it was funny. I posted it on Twitter and then 2 or 3 years later I get DMCA claimed and they fucking suspend my account for it. I'm so mad.
With a Rickroll video once.
Really?
The people who flag like Twitter videos for copyright have to be the most like stingy because with like I'm pretty sure it's not like robots like YouTube. I think someone like has to manually like find stuff like that and flag it for copyright. And that's why it's always stuff that's years old. And it's like, I feel like things on Twitter can be so disposable once they're that old that it's like, what threat does this pose to anyone?
Yeah, like why are you bothering? Like and now I'm just have to I'm sorry, just something and now I just have to like sit and wait for them to respond to me so I can get my account like back. And like I'm just like, man, this sucks. Like I'm gonna have to wait for days for them to reply to me. And then I'm gonna have to go through all my videos and like delete everything so that they can never do this to me again.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my exciting news.
I got DMCA'd on Twitter once because I posted images from that Johnny Yes Papa video meme that was going around, making a conspiracy theory that the mom and dad got divorced and they DMCA'd my post.
Well, you were telling the truth then.
They were scared of the truth.
Yeah. Well, thank you for everyone who's watched our longest podcast ever.
I was wrong.
Thank you so much for like. Thank you so much for just being around for like whatever the hell was going on.
Like 3 hours. I want to grow up to be like you.
Jolly good show.
Jolly good show. Okay, everyone goes, we can be heroes just for one day. Jolly good show.
I'm gonna be king.
This is over.
Lift that sword up, Shormy.
We can make it 20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Alright, thank you everyone who came to the hit podcast ready to start the podcast. I fucking hate this big world image. Thank you for coming to the show.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for staying.
Thank you for watching the show.
Bye.
It was a fun time.